Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. 806. 806. 806. Catching the vibe. 806. I love a night. 806. 806. 806. 806. Shout out G. 806. 806.
We're now in the mix with DJ Wolfka.
You already know what it is. Your boy Melly Melon. This is the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. This is 806 the show. We have a fantastic show for y'all today, as always. I am joined by my co-host to the left, the Chinese food connoisseur, heavyweight champion of the world, former YS Super, R.E.G. These microphones are not waterproof or beer-proof. Don't do that shit.
You don't know that if you don't try it.
Don't try it. Don't try it.
Don't try it.
I wouldn't even
These
try
are
it. I wouldn't try
expensive.
that anyway.
It's just fucking going on fire.
And my co-host to the right, former Salem High football captain, inventor of the Sanchez special, the suntan Superman himself, Sanchez.
Thank you. I feel welcome.
And returning for the, what is it, like gazillionth time? At this point, he actually recently applied for a position here at 806 The Show.
Oh, I did. I actually did.
He let me know that there was a vacancy in the baseball correspondent position.
Manny doesn't know what he's talking about.
One, because Manny don't know what he's talking about. And two, Manny is the commissioner of like 4 leagues right now. So welcome back for the first time as the baseball correspondent, Christian, everybody.
Got a new
Long,
title.
confusing
A new title. I got promoted. Appreciate that. Gotta get a name tag next time.
Now you gotta step up your baseball knowledge.
Yeah. I haven't studied it all, but I think I know more than Manny, so I'm feeling pretty good right now.
And joining us for the first time, wink, 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 former Salem High soccer goalie. And if you're looking for a house and you need to talk about your finances, look no further than Caesar Mancebo, everybody.
Thank you for having me. Check the mic, check. Yeah,
Check. All works now.
Happy to be here, man.
We're good. Trust me. Double, triple, quadruple check. We're good to go. Now, I have a question that I think a lot of Red Sox Nation is asking themselves now. Do we suck again? Like, do we? What's going? I thought we were.
We're second. No, we're not that. We're definitely a lot better than last year.
Yeah.
For sure. It's just
For sure.
Very-
That was a crazy. Yeah, I couldn't let that by. You said
Yeah.
for certain.
I said for sure.
Oh, they said for sure.
Yeah, I was wondering what you said.
I thought he combined for sure.
Nah.
For certain.
No, for sure. I got to do me like that already. Got promoted and I
First
found the
day of
medium.
the job.
Fired. I think the biggest thing is we had such a slow start this year. Like we have such a powerful lineup, but we're scoring like 4 runs at most.
Well, when Devers starts 0 for infinity.
Yeah, we had some I think up until we still might be leading. We're number 1 in striking out as a team.
Awesome.
So
That would make sense with Devers. Start.
yeah, I mean with a historic start like that, like it's
Yeah, I
bound
think
to
if you
happen.
take Devers out of the equation, it's not as bad as
The games that we don't strike out more than 10 times as a team, we are like 9-3. So like it's just a matter of
The problem is we have a lot
having
of
contact.
like
14 and 13.
Yeah.
500. 2 games behind the.
and we have a strong division. Like it's not gonna be like we're not gonna be like 20-10 or
It is like there's certain teams that we played that were like, yeah, we killed them. Let's get it. And then there's certain teams that really killed us. And it's like equally like we played teams that are way better than us, teams that are way worse than us.
I mean
If you look at the inconsistency is literally the record, the 14 and 13.
Yeah.
They will win one night 14-2. The next night will lose 2-1. Or they will win 2-1, and you see the next game they literally lost like 18-3 one after winning 4-1, which is like the inconsistency. that hopefully it doesn't last all season.
Yeah,
16-1 versus the Rays.
Yeah, we won't talk about
We
that.
lost to the White Sox twice.
I don't know now, but at one point there was a stat that the White Sox has won 3 games all season, all against the Red Sox, which is horrible. Because if you're an MLB parlayer like I am, if you want
Stay
a
away
quick
from
win,
the Red Sox right now.
you play whoever is playing the White Sox.
Look at the ERA on every pitcher on our team, other than Crochet. But I think his is there's an asterisk to it, but I think 2 or 3 of his starts were against the White Sox.
It just went up this last game because he just got kind of demolished.
around.
But I think he's been strong. Like Tanner Houck from All-Star last year. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I think I'm just going for it.
Hook.
I think it's Houck, but like, he was an All-Star pitcher last year. His ERA this year is like maybe 6. Honestly, now
It's May.
yeah,
it's May.
It is early.
All right, the first few weeks, baseball shouldn't even be played because literally it's 40 degrees outside.
Yeah,
I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad.
They're
You
just trying to
lose all those games. I feel you.
They're just trying to get in rhythm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's weird.
They're
It's weird.
also very young too, so it's like
I mean, Bregman.
Bregman looks great. Bregman looks great.
It's worth the money in my
Bregman looks
opinion.
great.
Somebody's doing something.
Right.
how you in fielding?
I think last time I checked, just a few weeks ago, we were number 1 in errors too. And that's
our problem.
But I think as of late, like it's gotten a lot better. And that's when we went on like a little bit of a winning streak, and that was because of our fielding was a lot better, and our hitting was just starting to pick up again.
It's still early.
Yeah, it's still early.
There's a million games left.
Yes.
The problem is the people who you're looking to make a little jump, like Casas looks awful.
Yeah, he's not gonna bat 170 for the rest of the year. If he does,
he hit like 219 last year, bro. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not like. But the problem is, you could take 219 if you're hitting 35 to 40 home runs.
That's true. But
we dealt with it with Jackie Bradley for many years, where Jackie Bradley was just horrendous at hitting, but he gave us something. We knew center field, center left, center right was covered. Where Casas, I mean, you could pretty much stick anybody at first base. Nothing. You could scoop a ground ball. Like, you can't scoop anything. So it's a lot of times like, why is Casas, like, I get why he's here and I get why he's playing. He can't field, or he's not. Why
don't we teach Devers to play first?
Why doesn't Devers play first?
That'd be perfect.
I mean, Devers Devers not much better.
Worse than Casas.
He can't be worse. He's not going to be much better.
He wants
Put Casas the DH or just trade Casas. I mean, we have some really insane young talent.
Yeah,
waiting
honestly,
to come in.
Casas knows, like, yo, my days are numbered here. Like
it's not. I don't even
this
think
dude Roman Anthony's hitting fucking missiles in AAA.
I think we should try to hold on to Casas and just to hope that he gets up like his value. Yeah, because right now, like, what are we gonna get for him? I don't want to give him up for nothing.
Yeah.
But we do have Roman Anthony who's
missiles. He's hitting missiles down there.
There's like a statistic that was like the barrel percentage, how many times you barrel a ball, and like that's like usually how you tell who's hitting it really hard.
Yeah.
The average, like the best one in the MLB right now is probably Aaron Judge, like 22%. Like Roman Anthony in AAA is 38%. like he's just hitting nukes left and right. It's like
every time I see the highlight, he just literally just like.
And Marcelo Meyer also hitting home runs almost every day. Like it's just like we have so much talent.
The problem is like we don't have room for these guys.
Like
maybe we should make room for these guys.
People are saying like bring up Roman Anthony, put
where are you gonna put him?
Raphael on the bench, the center fielder, Sedan.
Yeah, he's been pretty ass.
He's not a good batter, but he's a platinum glove fielder. So like, and also we gave him a contract to give him like $8 million a year. Like you're not gonna put that guy on the bench, right? Like after giving him a contract for $8 million, like it's an expensive bench piece.
And so like I said, we had the same thing with Bradley. If you're a platinum Gold Glover out there, you can strike out a bunch of times, but like at least steal bases.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone's gonna be a 250 hitter or above. Like you have some people are strictly for fielding. That's why he bats like ninth. Like we know what you're here for. You're here to just provide that fielding, and he is gonna get probably a Gold Glove this year if he stays.
First base is such a position where like
it's crucial.
If you're hitting 250, but like you said, you're hitting home runs, you're driving people in. That's okay. If you're hitting under 200 and you can't field.
What are you there for?
What's going on?
Like,
yeah.
It's like you should be DH, and then we have Devers DH. We're like, shit.
Where's Yoshi?
Oh, he's in AAA recovering. He's probably gonna get traded at something. Like we have no room for him with all this talent coming up.
Oh,
Brady's playing great.
Brady playing great. He has a Gold Glove
the problem
too.
with Yoshi, I was a Yoshi fan, but it's hard to be a Yoshi fan now because I haven't seen him in a couple years. But he had a decent rookie season.
Yeah,
he hit over 300. He was fine. I was like, he's gonna make the jump. and he was hurt, and he's been honestly hurt ever since. He hasn't had any healthy.
He's also not good at fielding
Someone
too.
can have a season like that.
Oh yeah, now he's mad forward.
Oh, yeah.
It's your first time, sir? Just mad forward. I was like, damn,
Leaning
bro.
all the way back.
It's
Damn.
a beer that I've
Got you relax, some butt heavy.
Real heavy.
Como en el campo, tú sabes, ahí tranquilo, ahí, tú sabes, este maldito reza, coño. Sorry, go ahead.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
I know I fucked you up. My bad. I'm sorry.
Less.
I need less of that.
Whatever that was, I need less of it.
I know, I try to stop. I try to stop myself. I try.
The point is, the
I
Red Sox
know.
are inconsistent. It's gonna, it's very early. It's gonna, it's gonna get better over time. We're still a really solid team. With I think power rankings with number 10.
I think we're gonna be fine.
We're gonna be
I think
fine.
we're gonna get consistent throughout the middle of the season and just
Yeah.
feel about it.
Make some, if they make a trade or two for relief pitching at the end of the day, that's we're going to be fine hitting.
Yeah, we
I
can
think
go
we're going to be fine hitting.
Eventually.
Starting pitching, I mean, we'll get by. The relief
got
pitching, man. If you
Bejo
see
Bello
the
coming
ERA
back.
on every relief pitcher, I think it
Terrible.
starts at 5.
Yeah, it's
The
pretty.
number's five on a relief pitcher, which is,
It's like no secret that like relief pitching, the bullpen is like one of the most important parts of a baseball team. Like they hold shit together when shit hits the fan. Like
Yeah, right.
Padres are, top 3 team in the league right now. They have the lowest ERA in the bullpen, or pitching pitching in general. Dodgers are like top 5 in like ERA and everything. Like unless you're like the Cubs, who are just hitting astronomically insane
Yeah.
batting numbers, like the pitch, like,
Baby Bears.
it's just what
You know why?
Shout out to Baby Bears.
Sammy Sosa's back on the.
That
It
is
is.
not why.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That is not why.
I mean,
he's teaching him a thing or two.
And he got a little tan too. I seen that.
Yeah, he got his, you know what
He
I'm
back,
saying?
baby.
Melanin
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So he joins
Yeah,
the
that's true.
Cubs with his melanin back. And
no secret, they're all hitting crazy right now.
Immediately start hitting.
Hey, take this. Don't worry. Wait,
It's just Dasani water. That's
Just a sign.
it's just
Wouldn't it be
Dasani
hilarious
water.
if Sammy Sosa's the one who invented the torpedo bats? Like he's the one. He's like,
He was like-
Sammy Sosa Enterprises. What?
I thought it was gonna get treated like the cork bats.
Oh yeah.
Remember we got caught with
Yeah, but I think you know what happened. That we found out about torpedo bats the same time the Yankees hit like 25 home runs that game. So we thought, but they've been using torpedo bats ever since. And
Yeah.
the numbers are not up. It's just like a different kind of bat. Like it's.
It's weird, the Yankees are playing in like a little kid's like
Yeah, they
field.
they play at Forest River. So
Like,
you
I
know
can
what
hit
I
a
mean? Like,
ball out of that park.
I used to love hitting home runs out of that Forest River.
I've been playing MLB The Show, and I scored 5 home runs off just the Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
This-
you
this-
hit a pop
this field
up.
is tiny.
And then the wind just takes it to the
I was like,
bleachers.
oh, perfect.
Like, that's cool.
close to a foul ball.
That's funny.
No, you should nothing to worry about. The Red Sox will be fine. Just got-
Have
just
you
just bigger
stopped
bullpen.
by Fenway? That's it. You haven't been in a while, have you?
Definitely not stopping by Fenway in April. That's probably
No,
not
no,
the
no.
move yet.
No.
I haven't been to Fenway in a long time, but I do want to go to Dominican Day. I definitely
Listen. We go as a family.
I've gone to the last two. It's
We go as a family, and they give you free jerseys, and it's just
This year you
a
get a free hat,
grand old
too.
time. They don't wear the jerseys,
Nope.
which is kind of,
That's
Makes no
marathon
sense.
Yellow. I'm like, yo, what do you got?
which is, you know what I mean. I have my things.
I mean,
Where's
that's
where's the red?
I just don't understand. Like I said, like you wear a marathon, you wear every other jersey on the field that you sell except the DR one.
That speaks a
Think I
little
didn't
bit.
notice.
Right?
Yeah, we noticed.
Wait a minute.
We find out they're doing like actually I think there's a Haitian day too. So maybe yeah.
Is there?
I think
This is everything.
honestly, this is how Dominicans are because we don't pay attention to nothing that doesn't pertain to us.
right.
I'm sure there's a day for every goddamn country we don't know about it. We just DR day. Hey, why are they
I've
playing
never
our
heard of
jerseys?
anything outside the art day.
I
No,
think
there's
is-
definitely a
I think
Haitian
there is
day.
a couple-
I didn't even know
there's
that.
a couple other ones.
Yeah, there has to be.
In
There has to be.
baseball?
Yes,
I'm pretty
No,
sure
for Red Sox.
Red Sox
Baseball in
specifically.
general.
I don't know, Red-
It's not a Dominican day in general. It's just for the Red Sox day.
Dominicans have a huge influence. In the
No,
game.
I know.
they
We should have a day.
yeah.
We should have a day.
But like, I don't know many Haitian baseball players.
I don't know any.
Yeah.
Actually,
The only reason I know that is because I was like, why the hell's there a Haitian day in Fenway? That's how I remember there is one. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Then it, they're like, all right, we have to be fair.
right.
Pedro Ortiz, Pedro Martinez. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense for them to push for it.
I am also waiting for warmer weather and heavier pockets for me to go to Fenway. But I definitely want to catch definitely is a can't miss. We go every year. We go like 40 deep. The tickets are not usually too expensive. They gave us some bullshit Monday game against like Kansas City or something.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is again.
Yeah. It's like Monday against like the White Sox or something. Yeah.
Well, they got to do it on Monday, you know.
The tickets are even outside of DR. The tickets are pretty cheap. Tickets are like $40.
Well,
Like, it's not like the Celtics games when you're paying like $200 to sit up and sit with God.
Yeah, right. I ended up leaving a little early because it was like I had to work the next day. So the game
fucking Monday.
Man, later, I think it was extra innings, and as soon as I leave, it was like a comeback, and I'm like, Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
I was way gone by then.
I missed. I was like, damn it.
I used to go to Fenway a lot in the
Haitian,
90s, 20s.
Haitian Day has their own jersey too. I didn't know that.
See, look at me talking shit. I just don't know. I'm ignorant like I'm always.
Pretty nice too. What do I see?
Ours are better.
Yeah, ours is definitely better.
What's that say?
I'm assuming.
They moved the H.
What H?
It's AYITI.
Let's see.
Oh,
All right, whatever.
ID.
That's how my mom says it.
All right. They're trying to be ethnic. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Actually, let's go around. We do this every year. How many games do you think you gonna go to this season?
I'll probably say 4.
That's a
Four is a good number. It's a strong number.
Wrong number.
Remember Adiel the first year? 10.
Yeah, no. He went.
Do you want to know how many games he went to that year?
yeah, I was
Zero.
I wanted to be a regular. The next year, I think I had 2. Year after that, I was at 3.
Yeah,
We're getting there. We're getting there.
I'm just thinking about all the times I'm invited to these games and like
Yeah.
and how cheap they are compared to like other sports. I'm like, I should
Man,
just
I haven't been
go
to a
more.
Celtics game in so long.
This is the first year I didn't go.
This is my
Because
first
it's
season.
just like I'm not trying to even.
It's so weird. The older we get, right? Like, the more comfortable I gotta be.
Yeah.
So,
That's exactly.
Red Sox, as cheap as it is, if it's July and it's like 82 to sit in Fenway when the seats are this big and somebody you can't even.
I'm tired of those wooden
Now
seats,
you
man.
offer a box seat or something. Now you know.
Yeah, you move it
I
up.
can clear my
Okay.
calendar. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But that's and even with the Celtics too, same thing. It's
Yeah, it's not that comfortable. when
the
it comes
cheaper you go, you gotta. It's not as comfortable.
My
as,
father
you know.
refuses to go to any sporting event.
gotta
I tell him like, yo, I'll buy you tickets. Let's go off
Yeah.
for Father's Day. He's like, nah. All right. I'm trying to do something together. My
It's
bad.
free.
I'm starting to get like that with the Celtics.
Yeah, okay, right.
Save like $200, just watch it at home, comfortable. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense.
You don't even mind. That's mad funny. Yeah.
I enjoyed the Red Sox a lot more in our. I mean,
I like the culture.
sound like an old head, man, but we used
it
to watch
is.
the games, man, and
Yeah.
like Pedro. I mean, going to a Pedro game, I don't care, is one of the best sporting events you could ever go to. Is Pedro pitching? Like the atmosphere, the people paying attention back in the day,
K's in it, yeah.
throwing the
Yeah.
K's. Like,
You know what it felt like? It felt like the Red Sox was our team because we had so many Dominicans on it.
Yeah.
It don't feel like our team anymore.
No.
We root for them, but back then when it's Big Papi, David Ortiz, Pedro, that's our team.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all fucking
That's true.
CD.
That's our team.
That's
And
how,
I
like,
missed
growing up, I knew all the Dominicans in the league. Like that's the
Yeah, like I mean, after like Pedro and David Ortiz and all these people left, I kind of just checked out for a little bit. It was until the World Baseball Classic that brought me back into baseball,
you're
honestly,
right.
Yeah.
because that atmosphere
energy
was,
was
yeah, it was nuts.
You felt the goosebumps, like
That was the greatest.
I'm
That was the
out of
greatest
body.
baseball game I've ever been to in my life.
Out of body
and we
experience, like,
lost.
30,000
Yeah.
Dominicans in the same place.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, yo, walking up those steps, that shit was like I'll never.
Parking in the garage, you just
I'll
felt
never- yeah, I'll never-
the floor shaking.
I'll never forget that
I'm like,
feeling ever again in my life. That was crazy, and we will be going to it next year.
Yeah,
Tickets are not looking
Not cheap.
cheap. Yeah, you might want to start
Not
saving our
cheap.
money. All right. Even though he is our baseball correspondent, if you can see what he's wearing, he is wearing the right attire for the next topic, the Boston Celtics.
Let's go, Celtics.
Because I, again, every year am a master scheduler. I, again, schedule a podcast during the playoff game, but it's the first round, bro. What do you want me to do? It's
Not
kind of
scheduler.
hard to, like, schedule around these
It
games.
doesn't matter. The first round.
Yeah.
We're down 4, first quarter.
Yeah, that's nothing.
I'm not worried.
not worried at
We
all.
just won
Slightest.
easily without Jason Tatum. So
Yeah, I think the
I would
Celtics.
say easily.
It was pretty easy.
it was consistently an 8-point lead.
Was there ever a moment in that game where you thought, did he end here? You know?
It was the point where when it ended, I was like, oh, it was closer than I thought. But
Yeah.
there was no point. I was like, if you asked me without like looking at the score, I'm like, we're up like 15.
Yeah, I'll fully check in next round. Yeah, we'll have to.
Like consistently,
Yeah.
if you just watch it, it was like, oh, 8-point lead
I wouldn't be surprised if they steal Game 3, Orlando.
I'm sure they'll get one.
in Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought when we brought it up last time, I said they will lose the one in Orlando, and then
I said Game 1.
gentlemen,
It's just not a good matchup for Orlando. Like they cannot shoot for their fucking lives, like at all. Like they're just not good at shooting. That's not what they're for. Like they're
So
the worst 3-point shooting team in the league.
is Cole Anthony like not on the team anymore? What's going on?
He's playing.
He played the whole game.
He played a lot.
I thought he was
watched the full game.
I
of that.
watched
Yo,
the
right,
full.
thank you. I was
I
like,
watched the
that-
full game.
Like,
He
I remember-
played.
He's not
I
that
was thinking
star.
like, damn.
Listen, man, I can see that bald motherfucker everywhere. I didn't see him out there.
He doesn't start. I don't think.
No, he doesn't.
crazy.
He's off the bench.
No.
They got
Me.
Oh yeah,
He
he's a
kept
six,
driving.
he's a six man. He's R Pritchard.
And he wears 50.
They just come.
He get drafted as a pitcher. I'll tell you that.
No, yeah, well, you got Roncaro and Wagner. And they're just carrying the team pretty
Nah,
much.
it's
Wagner.
literally the Celtics. It should be easy. Whether they win one game, whether they don't, I don't think it really matters. I
want to see the sweep.
want to see the sweep just so they can
show
rest.
Dom-
Yeah, it's just a
Just for
rest.
the
Is Tatum playing today, or he's off?
Yeah, he's playing. I didn't even want him to, honestly.
Think about this.
I thought let him sit
Not,
again.
not that I'm worried about second round at all, but if you sweep, Detroit and New York are fucking each other up in that series.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I mean? Like, there's literally people getting carted out.
Yeah.
Fucking. That's an old
Like the
school.
90s, like
And
the 80s.
God, like going back to our childhood. Thank you, refs, for allowing these players to actually play. You could,
Yeah.
Same thing-
It happened
same thing in
last
Golden
year. I think
State.
it happened last year where like the refs like in the playoffs.
Well, they've been doing that for a while.
The regular
It was-
season's
It
different.
depends. It's like certain teams they like that are more physical than others. They let it fly. Like
Yeah.
like a
It's-
New York and Detroit, like Houston and Golden State because of Draymond and like it's just like that kind of stuff. They
when-
like
and
let go.
Thank you.
It's when it's a
God,
team.
Draymond Green didn't win no fucking Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey, man,
Jesus
he won
Christ.
the Hustle Award.
That's crazy.
Raise your hand.
Got a Tommy Award.
Raise your hand if
I know.
before today you knew there was a hustle award.
We hand out Tommy Awards every game. It's the same
I
thing.
didn't know there wasn't
Yeah.
a real award. Was that a real award? You
It was a real award.
I guess so.
I think they made it
last
last year.
It's
get
like,
back
who
to
was
you.
the first Hustle Award winner?
That's like the coaches award when we were young. The player who just like you weren't good, but like
Thanks
you
for-
really
yeah, thanks for
tried
trying.
that day. You know what I mean? Like
You cheered the hardest.
Like you know what I mean?
cheered the hardest.
The year before you struck out every time. This year you might have got 2
Okay.
hits.
You bunted
got
a
the-
couple
know what I
runners
mean?
over.
Yeah, right.
You got the
Exactly.
coaches
Alright.
award.
The first one was Pat Bev in 2016.
That says
2016?
2016.
That's crazy. But Pat
Amir
Bell,
Johnson.
I'm sure he deserved it though.
Marcus Smart won one.
Okay, wait a second, but like 10 years of this without.
Marcus Smart won
I
3.
wasn't even know
They don't even acknowledge. They don't
Marcus
like
Smart
put up
won
there.
3 of them.
I thought it was just like a Tommy Point award. Yeah.
That's not even heard of
It
it.
is. Especially because Marcus Smart won 3 on the Boston Celtics. So it's
Three-time
like
Hustle Award winner.
Like we all watch
Caruso
basketball.
won last year. This year was Draymond.
Who?
Caruso.
Look at the people who are winning this shit.
Thaddeus Young, Montel
Coaches
Harris.
Award.
Wait, so is this like a defensive player runner-up?
No, this is just
No, it's if you dive for the ball. If you're annoying on defense.
The
I'm getting
Chargers.
sick of Draymond, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been. It just
It's been
listen.
a
Nobody's
long time.
been benefited more, and I read this the other day. Like, nobody's benefited more from being on Steph Curry's team. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Draymond, great defender. He, in his career, he
Yes.
can rotate.
Yep.
He can
Good team defense,
If he
smart.
did not have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson on his team, we would have never even knew who Draymond is.
He might have never
I don't
did
know
that.
what-
One better. If David Lee never got hurt, Draymond never plays.
David Lee was a dog.
David Lee was cold. Yeah, he's a
And
cold dude.
also-
Lefty, he was lefty.
Yeah.
He was lefty. Also, if Draymond didn't push Amir Thompson, I meant Thompson.
Thompson, yeah,
Jimmy Butler's still playing.
yeah.
So true. Sometimes it backfires.
You hustle too hard, buddy. You just took out your own
Those
better.
Thompson boys are crazy.
Thompson boys are crazy.
But I agree with that.
Yo,
with that
I
Draymond
saw
take.
one of them times. I saw one of these motherfuckers do the fastest spin I've ever seen
yeah,
in
that
my
was nice.
life on a basketball court.
That was nice.
I was like, what was that?
Rim. Whoa.
It was like I was like, no.
It's a three-point
Derrick
line.
Rose was the closest one I've seen to go that fast. And Derrick Rose
Yeah,
was like
his-
6'1". This dude
yeah.
was 6'7", 6'8", spinning like that.
From a 3-point line.
Lord, we better hope these motherfuckers never learn to shoot. Because if they learn to shoot, we're in
hey, man.
trouble.
They're definitely
Trouble.
good. I feel like
The guys are gonna be amazing, both of them.
Yeah,
Nah, one of them has to be ass. Like,
No,
Nah.
one's gonna be ass compared to the other one, but one's gonna be great.
Similar stats, right?
They're like the same. They're the
Almost
same
exact
player.
same.
It's just different. It's just the different teams play differently. So
One's slightly better at defense.
I need to look into like the just twins and Jet. I don't know.
Well,
Just the fact that they're like, how are they that similar?
yeah, their stats like
I get
identical.
They're different teams, different situations. Yeah, they're twins, similar skills.
What's that?
But
They
how
have,
do
they have a
get
cool
that?
middle.
Yeah,
They have a cool middle name. What's their middle name? It's something cool as fuck.
I never heard it.
It's like excellence or some shit.
I'm in raw. No, I'm
Something
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I never heard that.
They're not that. Whatever that was.
These motherfuckers need to get studied for sure.
Real quick, the fall of Doc Rivers is hilarious.
It's
Yeah.
crazy,
My goodness gracious.
Oh my God,
I
that's
mean,
weird.
listen, as he still holds a special place for 07, it was a
Does
great
he?
team.
Yeah,
We
I'm
did it.
slowly forgetting.
Does
I'm
he?
slowly like pushing him out of my life.
Damn,
Does he?
like,
he wasn't as good of a coach as
honestly, like that's a good point.
He-
Do Celtics fans really ride for Doc Rivers?
No,
I don't
no.
think. I think we're just like, yeah.
not anymore. Like,
We
Nah.
were Philly haters, and he was on Philly for a little
and he was
bit.
a Clipper.
And then like he was also not.
I think it was all of his
He's just in the way
excuses.
now. Like so, we're gonna hate on him.
Think about Doc Rivers. We had like one of the longest losing streaks in NBA history. Like right before, wasn't it on the Celtics? Like we lost like
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
before we got Garnett, obviously, and then but like
Yeah, it was.
But
Pretty
that
that's
was
all-
Doc.
yeah,
Like,
that was.
we got handed KG a couple of years too late, really. But
And
still.
Ray, yeah.
And Ray. I mean, we could have probably coached that team. To be honest, like,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah, Doc was just there.
I think
Yeah, I agree.
anybody,
Oh
my God, the
like
Bucks.
the same thing that's happened with
my
Idoku
God, what a
and fucking this dude. We just switched coaches and same
No.
results because
Mazzulla's actually a really great.
No, but like-
Mazzulla and Ime are great coaches.
Oh, he missed them.
But also, Ime was.
They're both
I mean,
second in the league.
Mazzulla was
in the
underneath
East.
Ime,
it's
so.
easy to look like a great coach when your team is stacked.
But when you have Ime was the coach and then
Rockets?
Mazzulla was the assistant coach, so like they were doing the same system. When he left, Mazzulla just kept it going. He didn't even like. I mean,
And he
didn't
was
really
more
change
defense
much.
too, so he made
Yeah.
it. But the Rockets were last,
no.
and now they're second.
Ime, you can't doubt
better
him.
get coach of the year.
Oh, okay, I
That's
thought you
two.
were talking about
Yeah,
him.
that's two.
He better get coach of
Yeah,
the year.
he's not.
He's
That's
not.
two.
Who though?
But by the way, the Thompsons middle
I know,
name.
but like damn.
He should be in the voting. But
I
like,
believe the
Houston.
NBA in general is like not even happy this motherfucker's coaching, so
Probably
they're not
not.
going to give him any award.
That's true.
All right, the Thompsons middle name. It's XLNC.
Excellence.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Excellency.
No, excellence.
No, excellent.
Excellence. I know how it spells, but it's still not a real word.
It's not. It's spelled like a Pokemon. Like,
XLN.
Also, his name's not Amen. It's Ameiz.
man, whatever these niggas' names are. Like they're
Amaze?
fucking aliens.
Amaze Excellence.
That
Thompson.
can't be right.
Yeah.
It's on.
All right. Let's touch real quick
be right.
on the draft. I'm not gonna. The draft's still going. Well, but when you obviously by the time this comes out, it'll be a week later. But the Patriots draft pretty simple.
Yeah,
Perfect
kind
guy.
of expected it, but we
Yeah.
love that.
I was happy for it.
I love it. I love the pick.
That's what he said too.
Smart choice, I think.
I mean, when Nate Daniels pulls you off some fucking stat out of the fucking
No.
woodwork, or
He was going weird with that.
Yeah, I saw that.
he had short arms, so he's like, wait, what? But
I
it
don't
worked
know.
out.
I just feel like there's not many insane players in this draft class except for Carter and Hunter. I was like, if they fall to us, take them. If not, just go for need. Just go for need.
Yeah,
but this dude's a dog. People don't, like, he's actually like, he's a perfect fit for a Vrabel.
He has the greatest quote from a lineman I've ever heard in my life.
Was it the Amazon one?
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
like, if you get one sack a game as a defensive lineman for the whole season, you're a Pro Bowler. If as a lineman I allow one sack a game for the whole season, I'm going to work at Amazon.
It's true.
That's real, and that's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's real as fuck.
When he got drafted, he was like, I will fight and die for you. Yeah. I was like, yes.
That's like he's the perfect fit, and he's like it's not like he just like stumbled upon being the fourth pick. Like he's actually that good. Like he's like granted, like I know there's been some offensive linemen drafted in the top 10 that don't end up planning out, but like I don't know. I think he's just a
We
perfect
gotta
culture
stop
fit.
wanting the sexy
Charles
picks every time.
And
They can't always be all like.
Ferguson.
And on top of that, just happened right at the beginning of the pod. Second round pick for the Patriots was Travion Henderson from Ohio State, the running back.
There we go, because we wanted a running back. We got him. Let's stick around.
That's a solid pickup.
That is. I mean, we still need a wide receiver, but we'll figure that one out
Hey,
eventually.
well, man, it's
No,
more-
actually, no, we
it's
still
more
found
rounds.
Diggs. We're fine.
Yeah,
Stephon's gonna be ass.
You need another.
I mean,
no,
you know,
he's gonna be ass.
Are we gonna draft somebody that's better than him right now? Like, I don't think so.
But,
I mean, there is one wide receiver that was available, but Luther Burden from Missouri. But it's not.
I think it worked out. The Patriots ended up at 4. It just made it easier.
Yeah.
To go with the lineman, right?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
no like Hunter.
Yeah.
What do we do? No, it was like, okay, all these guys are gone.
Let's just do what we should do.
Let's move on.
Right.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is a smart
Granted,
move.
we should have not won that fucking last game last season.
I know. Could have had
Still,
like,
it was like we had Milton win the game, and then we traded him away. He just did us dirty. like,
Well, yeah.
like, and then we went from 2 to 4. I'm like,
And if you
but
didn't do that, I say the coach would have still been.
he was
a
gone.
dead man walking halfway through the season.
I really think.
I think this all worked out.
him another year.
Texted him halfway through. Was like, yo, don't. I mean, I'm here.
This all worked out how it was
I like
supposed
my
to.
office
over.
70
But that last game
degrees.
definitely got him fired.
The last game was like a nail and coffin. Like, you guys can't even lose right
The
now.
last game is why he got fired 20 minutes after the game.
Yeah.
They would have waited like a couple days out of courtesy if you didn't do it. When he did that shit, I don't think he got to shower, bro. I don't think he got to like fucking. He was literally in the office.
So all you needed
Crazy because we showered him with Gatorade like the second game of the season. It was like
downhill from there.
No.
I'm a big fan of unless you win a division or a Super Bowl or if you're going to like AFC Championship or something like that, there should be no Gatorade shower.
It was his first win ever, but no Gatorade.
Do it in the locker room or some shit. Don't you know what I mean?
Do water. Honestly.
Yeah, just
Fuck the Gatorade.
get some of these and just start throwing it out. Yeah.
the Bengals were so bad the whole season. So like they literally lost to these type of teams the entire season. Which kind of
That shit gave me false hope.
man. It kind of messed it up because we were all. I mean, at least I was hoping Burrow make it into the playoffs
Yeah.
to see something exciting. But
I know.
It is what it is.
They need to help him out. They're doing him dirty every
He
single
got
draft.
a hard division there.
He's like, give me some blockers.
Yeah, he needs some offensive line.
Will Campbell been perfect over there.
I have
Keeping him now.
a fun little game, real quick.
Game time.
Now I seen online this popular little trend that's been going around.
I know what you're talking about.
The Mount Rushmores.
Oh shit.
Rushmore.
So I have, and I didn't put this on the topic list because I wanted you guys to have fresh answers and not Google shit and try to like look shit up. Give me. All right, remember Mount Rushmore is four statues.
4 faces.
Yep, I got that.
I love how both of y'all had to like instruct the cameras how much 4 was.
The foes, bro.
I would hope. All right.
messed up.
I would hope.
4, baby.
I would hope
He's
our
a
audience
we
is a
know.
little more intelligent than that. But you know what? If
Yeah.
you're not, we
You never
appreciate
know.
the views anyways.
Hey, some people might have had it on mute for a second.
We can put subtitles. Yeah.
True. You're right.
I'm trying to be accessible.
Yeah, you're right. Mount Rushmore of Boston sports
Sports?
Like players or teams?
players.
Okay.
Okay. I was like,
Sports.
we only have like
We only have
4
14.
teams
I know.
of all time.
Niggas knew what I meant, bro. Like fuck it.
No,
you said.
actually, generally
All
wasn't.
time is crazy.
I know what you said.
All time. 4. So I'm gonna start first.
4v sport.
No,
that's
that
how long-
does not go
Jesus.
what we're saying.
I'm gonna do my 4 first to give you guys time to think.
So much
All right?
greatness
It is.
to choose from.
It is. Number 1. It has to be Big Papi, man.
Yeah, that's.
That's pretty
Yeah,
clear.
that's an easy
Once
one.
I start naming this, it's gonna be pretty clear. I don't
I
think
think
it's gonna be-
I have mine already.
All right. 2. Bill Russell.
Okay, of course.
He won 11 championships for a
Should've been
team.
1.
Huh?
Go on.
There's no ranking. It's just 4.
It's still first face.
Josh always has to rank shit. It's not a competition.
It's not a competition. First face should have been Bill Russell.
First on the left. Biggest face.
I feel like all of our answers it should be the same. I think.
It might be.
I don't think
Might
it will
not.
be. It depends if
No.
you have 2 of what sport.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go 3. Larry Bird.
Okay.
And 4. Yo, fuck that shit. I'm gonna go Pedro, nigga. Fuck out of here. Nigga.
That's crazy.
Whoa. Time out.
That's
How Brady?
that's like
No, too late. It's too late.
Hold up.
It's too late.
No, it's not.
You want a
nigga.
Pedro? Next.
It's a hypothetical fucking question.
And you already extra him in the stone.
Extra.
Put in the headline, Melvin hates Brady.
Brady hater.
I take Pedro out. I love you, Pedro, but and Brady. Yeah, no.
Says on headlines
Nick
everywhere.
Alvin literally just had a stroke. This nigga said, what? Pedro?
There's a disturbance in the force. Like he felt it somewhere.
Crush the energy can.
You know what? Nah, man. These are my fucking Mount Rushmore. I fuck with Pedro, nigga.
All right, you can do it.
Pedro,
do what
Big
you want.
Papi. Fuck out of here, Bird. Brady. And Bill Russell. Those are my 4.
Solid.
It's a solid 4. I think I'd probably do the same thing.
Hold
Except,
on, Josh, since you're making fun of
yeah.
my shits, you go next.
I go next. It's going to be Bill Russell, Tom Brady. Next to them is going to be Larry Bird. And then next to them, I'm going to put Pedro.
no Big Papi.
No Big Papi.
Racist.
Pedro is literally Dominican.
It's crazy. Yeah,
Force it happen. Force it happen. Force it happen.
I know Big Papi did
But the
great, but
problem
Pedro's
is
one of the
like-
best
it's just
pitchers
like-
of all time. Kind of hard to. name
These
off.
are my 4, right? I'm not thinking about, obviously, the 4 that most people... I'm thinking about
Michael Orr.
growing up watching Big Papi and Pedro Martinez.
Orr.
These niggas were in Boston,
I was gonna say that actually.
right?
These
These
Bobby Orr.
niggas
Yeah,
were in
that's true.
Boston.
That's true.
I'm going back to my childhood. I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking.
I might need to change. If I'm going back to my childhood, it's gonna be a little. Actually, it might be the
Mo
same.
Vaughn.
Yeah, Mo Vaughn.
Mo better.
Man, listen.
Say no more Garcia
Listen,
Pie.
if there was a couple more statues up there, nigga, I might have Mo Vaughn on there. Shit.
Life changing.
Yeah, I think definitely just do Tom Brady,
Okay.
Big Papi. I'm gonna do Larry Bird, and then I'm gonna do Nomar.
Oh,
As like that's a time.
honestly-
No Bill Russell.
Backyard baseball legend.
Doing one of my favorites from when I was a
The
kid. And
problem
then
is, like, I don't think people remember how loved Nomar was.
absolutely.
He was the Red
He is-
Sox.
Ramon's son.
he was my favorite growing up.
It was Derek
Like,
Jeter. We had no.
Derek Jeter was
Yep. Yeah, it was
so
Derek
overrated.
Jeter,
I don't.
That was
Yeah.
like the AL. That was basically the AL.
And Gino was the worst one.
I just saw a clip on Twitter recently of like
was
they were, it was like the All Star game when they had all they showed all their stats. Nomar was batting 389. Like, I was like, yo.
He was
That era.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all batting like
the late
340.
90s, niggas was fucking batting some crazy
They're
shit.
all batting over 330, but like 389 is crazy.
I think I see something come up with the batting. It's like Larry Walker from the Rockies. It showed a stat. He was batting like, I don't even know what it was. It was like 314, 45 home runs, something else. It was like he's 11th in the NL.
My favorite. You ever see those like those reels on IG that gives you like the lineups, the old lineups, like the Cleveland Indians on lineups? All them just like Manny Ramirez,
Kenny Lofted.
It's crazy.
fucking Yankees ones. The 09 Yankees were like A-Rod, Jeter, Teixeira. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers. Giambi. I'm like, damn.
Not to bring up a little off topic, but the All-Star games that we used to have back then were a little bit more meaningful, especially in baseball.
Yeah.
The best All-Star game of all time.
99.
It was Pedro striking out 5 straight juiced hitters that will never happen again.
That's
that
why he's
will
on my
never
Mount
happen again.
Rushmore.
That will never happen again.
Pedro's the GOAT pitcher, in my
He's
opinion.
there. That's my guy.
I'll leave that. That's just me.
Go
Rand.
pitcher.
To me, he's probably right.
He's in the top 5, like for sure. But in my opinion, I'm just gonna go off of his like bias, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say he's the number 1.
Top 3.
He's top 3.
The other 2.
Is it my turn on the top? On the
No.
Either way.
Make Shabbos and shit.
I mean, I think for me, out of all the sports growing up here as an immigrant Dominican, I have to put Big Papi up there, number 1 for me, because back then it was Red Sox or nothing. Celtics, we were like Antoine Walker and them, like Walter McCarthy.
It was. He's right.
I mean, like,
when we were kids, it was
we
Red
obviously
Sox was.
didn't even know how to spell hockey. Like that wasn't even.
That wasn't real.
That was
Hockey
to
doesn't
us.
I
exist.
seen that statue. I didn't know what it was.
And it was this Reds. I mean, we lived and breathed Reds. I mean, you ate dinner, you watched the Reds. I mean, that was it. Like we don't do it as often now, but
Because
Big Papi,
Nesson.
man, I just Nesson started bugging out and
Pissing me off.
Yeah, that's true.
Why they playing the community?
I didn't want to say nothing just in case you guys ever hired us. But
Come on now.
Fuck, man.
Fucking up. No.
Lucky I have illegal cable.
You can bleep that up. Wait.
Bleep that out. Bleep that out.
Allegedly.
Bleep all that out.
Bleep all that shit
Allegedly.
out. But go ahead.
His clutchness is out of
No,
control.
because literally,
Absolutely.
that's why my Mount Rushmore, even though I have Bill Russell on it, just because I feel like I couldn't have him on. Couldn't like leave
11
him off.
championships is
It's hard to leave
get
off.
you off the list.
But like,
I
when I
hap-
think
I
of
happily
Boston, you say Boston to a Dominican person, they're thinking about Big Papi and they're thinking about
Absolutely.
Pedro.
I mean, I would probably go Larry Bird. We never really saw him play much, but the time he was in the league with the players that was in the league,
He was Boston.
I think Bill's great. This is kind of hard to relate to that 11 championships back then. Brady, of course. I mean, who else? And
The last spot.
I love baseball. I could probably put 2 or 3 on there, but I'm gonna go a little bit different. I'll go with a little guy who really brought some. I'll go with Edelman. I think his clutch moments are just up there with everybody else. His clutch moments are crazy. I mean,
Shout
the
out
catch
Jules.
against the Super Bowl catches. Things like that. Always being available. Sure, we'd like to put Gronk up there, but Gronk missed a whole chunk of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Edelman, dude's 5'8", 5'9", played every game. I mean, dude never sat out on the big moments, on the big stage. So I think his clutch, growing up, transition into that football fan kind of that takes some time for us Dominicans, to grow into that. Trying to explain to your dad the plays, because they don't get it. They don't know what's going on as we're growing up, So, you know what I mean? Like,
It's like, why is that the ball?
Yeah, every time there's a flag or a whistle, ¿qué pasó aquí?
espérate, but they got the ball, la bola la tienen otra vez. Like, it's like a turnover out of,
Just watch. Enjoy.
You know how to explain, yo. This is what I did. I got so tired of my girl asking me questions that I literally just looked up on YouTube Football 101. I'm like, watch this shit. She sit there watching it, bro. She's like, I kind of get it right now. I was like, damn, this video's pretty good. So anytime,
You know how many people probably have to do that same exact thing? Any relationship probably has to deal with that at some
the
capacity.
thing is, it never occurred to me that I was like, I was like, oh wait, I could just YouTube. I'm sure because YouTube by everything. I'm like, I'm sure because I'm just tired of her asking me questions. In football, if you've never watched a football game in your life, it's probably the most difficult to learn.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's John Madden.
John Madden. This is football.
No,
Transitions.
Like a whole fucking.
This is black and white.
He's now in the classroom. The whiteboard.
It's one of those like
one of the things that does
ed
prepare
videos.
prepare us for like that situation of explaining like certain things sometimes is every Dominican has like a story of like going with your dad to being 7 years old, going to your dad with the doctor. Yo, dile que me duele. It's like yo, I know English and Spanish, but like. We don't know. I don't really
All
know
the
how to
words.
explain this in Korean, and you can't mess up either.
No,
like, you gotta
it's important.
sit there, like, yeah, ¿qué dijo Sarin? When you don't know the
Está
word,
bien,
you're
está
like, oh no, yo, when you get home, you get that, you open up that book and
I had to help my uncle. I helped my uncle with the citizenship.
Oh my god!
And that was the worst, like 3 hours of my life. Like, bro, what are we doing here?
I don't know when George Washington.
All these, like, it's way more in depth than you think.
George, yo no sé ni Jorge, yo no sé nadie así.
that is, we have like these traumatic experiences growing up of like translating because we're supposed to be experts. Like we're young, we
We're
learn the
born
language here, and like. Why? How don't you know? Like, bro, I'm 7, dog. I don't know.
I just started learning stuff.
All right, y'all, give us your Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna start with David Ortiz. Second face, I'm gonna put Pedro Martinez.
Yep. Good.
Third face, Manny Ramirez.
Sounds like we're going all Dominican here.
All same team.
Fourth
Yep.
player or face, Al Horford.
I
So
like
it sounds like this is not going up in Massachusetts. It's going up in DR.
it's a full DR
They're
Rushmore.
Dominicans on Boston teams.
Yeah, I mean it's still a good. I think it's a good one.
We got that. Yo. Thanks for explaining that part.
Okay,
This goes up in Boston so that they know Dominicans.
I knew somebody was gonna pick all Dominicans. And
I knew it was you.
yeah, no,
I knew it was you.
Yeah, no,
Had
it
to
was
have been done.
I thought someone would pick Bob Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr.
I knew nobody was gonna pick Bobby Orr.
I don't even know
I was about to throw him in there just as like just trick all y'all. See your faces like who the hell?
Bobby.
Or Bill Russell.
They might have
I know more Ray Bork because of the hockey games growing up than I do.
I-
like
Bro,
Bobby
yeah.
Orr.
Chara, right?
Yeah, Char like 6'7".
All right, there's enough hockey talk on here. We're just, you guys know that's just
That was
band
the
here.
only motherfucker I knew.
You guys know it's
had that
band.
jersey.
All right, before we move on to learning about the housing market and getting real technical, before you were putting on a suit and making these nice little videos that are very nice, bro.
Hey, thank you.
You were an athlete as well. Oh, no, I don't say were. That's mean. I'm sure you do.
We were is the correct terminology at this point, you know?
You're always an
And
athlete.
very interesting, we don't have
Here,
you were
It's just a different sport now. That's it.
the first soccer goalie you've ever had on this podcast.
Different
So explain to us
I was like, I didn't play goalie. Nope.
how it was playing goalie for our Salem Witches.
Yeah, man. It's funny because we got here and in the U.S. early 90s, didn't really know anything about soccer, but that's what everyone was playing around this area. So we, got into soccer and it was like, oh, okay, I kind of like this. I'm pretty good. Ended up kind of turning into a goalie for whatever reason. I like diving around and doing all that stuff. So got to Salem High. I started all 4 years, captain year 2. And yeah, I mean, being a goalie is basically, just the way to think about it is you're basically the point guard and coach at the same time. You see the whole field. You're involved 10% of the time, maybe less during a game. I mean, what's it? Back in it was for 90 minutes. I mean, I'm probably touching the ball like 7 to 8 times. Now we're calling goal kicks and things like that.
yeah.
But not that much for the game. So my job primarily, being a goalie here, the tough part is you have to make sure that you play well on the plays that you have to make, because one goal you could lose 1-0. I mean that's soccer, right? Like you lose 1-0. And it's your fault. You know what I mean? It's your fault at the end of the day.
most
You know what I mean?
important.
So
field goal.
It's the field goal kicker. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's it.
It's all on you.
Yeah.
The opportunities come. You have to make the
Just
stop.
the sample
and
size is a
you
lot
gotta
smaller
make
for
that.
yeah.
But I grew to love soccer because of that. As I'd grown up, and you start to understand the sport a lot more. I know like soccer isn't like really like a mainstream, or wasn't at the time, especially not Dominicans. No. And I shot him out last time, but I'll shoot him out again. I shot him out again. I mean, the only other Dominican kid that I knew that was
fastest
growing up,
motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
dude I knew. I definitely didn't have the foot skills or anything like that, but it was cool having another Dominican on the team. Jesse Arredondo, wherever
Yes.
you are.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to
Oh,
you.
he was-
He
He had almost every record until it was broken by
Eddie, right?
Someone
Eddie.
broke his records?
Eddie DeMoya.
Eddie DeMoya.
Eddie
Shout
DeMoya.
out Eddie too.
Damn.
Yeah.
She kind of made me sad a little bit. Shout out to Eddie, but like,
Yeah.
I didn't make it.
Jesse
Because coming in the next day, because Jesse was in my high school class, so coming into school the next day, he's like, Jesse, how'd you do? Oh, I scored 5 goals. Oh, you did? Okay.
They used to make the
What do they call
announcements
that?
in the speaker at school, like after the
Oh, yeah.
men's soccer team won 7 on Jesse Arredondo. These I don't know if they did that
guys-
going forward, but
Not
these
mine.
Now
Yeah,
with
no.
football, we didn't win like
back in
that.
the day. They stopped there.
Basketball, soccer.
That's like an 05, 04. Man.
No, but
I wish we had
They
that. I
made
wish they
up
did
Jesse.
that. That would have been great.
Let's big him up or something. Actually, I don't know if I want to big him up because the only I haven't heard from Jesse
He's a ghost.
forever, right?
Oh, he's a ghost.
The only time I ever hit him up, or he hit me up. Not the only time. We say, what people who don't see each other in a while, Merry Christmas, hope the family's good. We do all that shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We do all those shit.
Hello.
But he hit me up because when that Spotify shit comes out, the Apple Music replay at the end of the year come out. Ain't no secret. I'm a big Breezy guy. I'm a Chris Brown guy. Oh, he literally slid into the DM or hit me up on chat. He's like,
That's hella weird.
yeah, no.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think I made the same joke last time. Pretty gay. Sorry, pause.
Shout out Jesse.
He messaged me saying, Diablo Melvin, Chris Brown, grow up. and never replied after that. He just hit me
left.
with that.
He just came in.
Pause. And honestly, I don't think I've seen him online since.
Revolving
mad
door,
funny.
man.
Here's an insult. Bah.
That's the first and only thing he saw when he got back online.
Yo, he literally, he's like, let me see. Oh, Melvin.
should have came back.
I remember Melvin. Chris Brown. Fuck childish ass nigga. All right, man. What do we have for dinner? Kiss moves on.
Yeah.
So I want you to give us one time. Actually, first, what's your favorite game or your best game?
Yeah, so and we kind of went over this, but so
We're gonna repeat a lot of shit.
we are gonna repeat a lot of stuff. All right, cool. So
Never happened.
That sounds
I think
Metaverse episode.
senior year, I think we were like we were a lower seed, and we went to Masco, and they were a higher seed.
I never liked them.
Never
liked
It's always in the way.
I hate Masco.
I can't give you a reason, but I never liked them.
Because there are more than one city or
many
town
Mascos
together.
are there? 'Cause
There's
if
one Masco, but it's like three
they got
towns
like-
together.
Is that what it is?
I don't think I played them once in my whole career.
Georgetown, and they
Yeah.
just, they get kids from about
Shout
2
out
or 3 different
Antonio.
towns.
He got his 1,000th point versus Masco.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, Masco.
Yeah. Fuck Masco. Continue.
So, we get into this game. It's a playoff game. It's our senior year. So, we're down to basically the last soccer games we're playing, as high school kids. And I'll never forget this. We were down 1-0, and it's winding down. And I don't know if you guys remember this guy. Shout out to Byron. I don't know where he is. I don't know.
that sounds
I don't
mad
know
familiar.
where he is in this point. He was this Honduran, like 6'3", he just popped in out of nowhere one day and was like, yo, Byron's on the team now. I was like, oh, okay.
Clearly, the coach saw him like,
Yes.
no.
found him on the street somewhere.
Yeah. No, he's ours. He's ours
him.
now.
Enrolled him.
And we're down 1-0, man, and I'll never forget this. Byron had the ball maybe around midfield, and he just kicked it. And if you watch enough soccer, like somebody kicks it from midfield, I immediately just turned around. I said, oh, man, my career's over. And then all of a sudden, I see people cheering, and I look up, and like the goalie just had gone through his hand, so we ended up tying it 1-1, basically with a couple minutes to go. Yeah. Changed everything. Now the momentum's on us. Go through overtime. We get to penalty kicks, which is, kind of, the basically the most mind f, of the soccer, of soccer back in the day. So
That sucks. So this is like, hold on. Let me set the
It's a
scene.
big goal, too.
Let me set the scene. This is senior year. Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Penalty shots. The whole season, everybody's high school career is in your hands, sir.
Sure. Exactly.
And I'm just gonna let you know about it.
Sure.
I'm sure Jesse's like,
No,
nigga,
no.
don't fuck this shit up.
No,
So
that's
Jesse's
rude.
got to shoot. So it's actually more nervous for Jesse than it is for me.
There you go.
Because Jesse,
Has to make a goal.
put it like this, the percentage of saving a ball is a lot lower than scoring.
Yeah.
So if you're shooting, the pressure is more on you than it is on the goalie, for example.
True.
So I made my mind up, and I see, listen, there's techniques. You can kind of try to guess exactly the hip and everything where it's going. Made up my mind. Said, I'm going left every time. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I made up my mind. That's it. Exactly. Yeah, right?
It's going to go left.
He's going to go that way at least one time. He's going to go
Eventually,
that
yeah.
way one time. That was what I said in my head. So I said, whatever, So we go in. We saved the first one. Boom. Okay, crowd. Okay, good. We scored. I think one of our guys they scored, and then one of our guys ended up kicking it over. So now it's getting sketchy. Ended up saving another one.
Okay.
And then we scored, and then they just missed the net completely. We scored. Now we're down to the last, down to the last thing. So me being cocky back in the day, I'll never forget. I said, the kid sitting right there, he's about to shoot, and I said, or getting ready to shot. I said, if I save this, is it over? And I asked the ref. He said yes, and I said it's over, and that's it. And I was going to that same side every time. Boom. So
I'm going
we
left,
went to that
nigga.
side. We saved the ball. Boom, carried out. That was the best thing ever. Yeah. So that's it right there. That's like a moment I'll never forget in my life, right there.
Absolutely. They were just
Damn.
cheering you. Oh, that's good.
I've always wanted to be carried out with my team.
I always
man.
wanted to be in a PK situation. I never got that chance. This is so crazy.
I wish I played in high school. I wish I
Played
started
soccer?
earlier.
That's
You,
beautiful.
you waited like 5 years ago.
Real quick, because I wanted to give you your moment first. But since we brought Jesse up, give us one moment where he did something that literally blew your fucking mind, or just a shot, or a game where he just took over or something like that?
Jesse's speed was crazy.
Wild.
So Jesse's quickness and speed is crazy. And by the way, I think he's one of the few people that's like the same size as he was in high school, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But Jesse also watched a lot of, like, again, being a Dominican kid and knowing so much soccer and 11 soccer was different.
Yeah, it's rare.
And he, you know, back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember like the commercials, like the Ronaldinhos and Jesse had those type of moves.
Yo, Jesse was at the YMCA challenging motherfuckers on the basketball court. I don't know why he was there with a soccer ball, 1-on-1. Literally, like, yo, try to get the ball for me, I'd pay you money. And just fooling. I tried a couple times. I was like, thank God there was no camera phones back then, but he was dropping people.
Everybody.
Trust me, that boy's cold.
Nah, he's cold. And I remember I had punted the ball from from my side, and Jesse used to play more on the left, and dude, he just literally trapped it, did a spin move, and all of a sudden he's in the net. I was like, dude, this is crazy. Like, come on. That's good. You know, things like that is like like I said, we're young, and it was, you know, just Jesse being a Dominican dude. I can't bring this up enough. Like, we didn't see that back then. There wasn't many Dominican dudes playing. Yeah. We didn't play against many Dominican people at all.
I mean, there still aren't.
You know, Jesse just had it.
The first person I knew of that played soccer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He was definitely the first person
actually stuck with soccer because
soccer.
we all started soccer at first.
Everybody plays soccer. Yeah, that's the big
thing. We get away from it.
He's the baseball star. That's the basketball.
Yeah.
Soccer. Jesse was the soccer star that I remember. As
right. Moving on. Time to get educated. Loans with Caesar. We're all adults here. All of us are hopefully, I believe I can speak for all of us, someday are looking to purchase a I don't know about all that. Maybe you need to talk to Caesar.
2025 has done some stuff to people. You know?
All right, before we get to the current climate, let us know how you got into this business, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so I've been in sales a long time, been in the car business, consultant. Lastly, I was at a tech company, and basically what I decided at a point was I no longer want to go into the office. And I recommend this for most people who have a feeling of either changing a career, doing something different. I basically, instead of just ripping off the Band-Aid, what I decided was I'm going to take a month and I'm going to do the best I can. And this is like, as an employee, I'm going to make the most sales I can, everything. And I did that. And the next month came, and I said, this ain't it. This ain't for me. And I ended up transitioning over to the mortgage side. One of the main reasons was there's a gap of Spanish-speaking lenders, especially in our area. There's a lot of realtors, but if you ask anybody on their phone, then you can look at they can take their phone, they can take their contacts. Do you know anybody that does real estate? The answer is probably yes. Do you know somebody who's a lender? The answer more than likely is no. For the most part, nobody really knows a lender, and just knows either going to the bank or maybe gets a referral from their realtor. Once they're in that point, but for the most part, that's how I got into mortgages and kind of filling that space for Spanish speaking people, especially in the North Shore.
Yeah, so absolutely.
That's kind of how I got in there. But it's a long history of sales and just kind of deciding to make a change and. With that, make it an educated change, but also an uneducated change. And I say that if you ever want to do something different, block out the noise. That's the other say about that. Block out the noise. Don't watch the news. Don't listen to anybody. If you in your mind believe that you are making the right decision for yourself to move on, to change a career, just do it. What is the worst that can happen? Yeah. It didn't work. If it doesn't work, well, you go back to what you were doing. And that's it. And that's the way I thought about it. And full circle, I got into mortgages. I did not know how bad a 7% rate was. I didn't understand really how much it affected buyers. But I'm glad I didn't because it allowed me to just enter the business and just figure it out and, be able to become successful in it, in the business now. So leave it at that.
Yeah, that's so dope.
Right? That's fine.
All right, fun question here. Actually, I don't know fun, but educated question here. If you could give one piece of advice to someone who's maybe finally looking into purchasing a house or a condo or something like that, what would be the number one thing you tell them?
Yeah, I think the number one thing for most people is don't worry about, or I would say, like, don't worry about what somebody else did. Whether it's, hey, do this and it worked for me. I didn't do that. I didn't do this. Every situation is different. And one thing from being in this business, people leave out stuff from their story.
Yeah, always.
Of course, always.
People leave out stuff from the story. So, hey, I did this. I got this money. I did that. Yes, they probably did. They left out the part that they had somebody co-sign for them, or they got a gift from their aunt. Like, they leave out parts because nobody wants to talk about the not negative stuff, but nobody wants to talk about the variables that took place for them to get there. They just want to give you the this is what I did. You got to do it too. Well, okay. Respectfully, talk to somebody who looks at it every day. So a professional, right? There's a couple things you're going to do. If you're just thinking about buying a home, one of the biggest things I always hear is I have to pay down X and Y, or I have to save whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's okay. That's an okay thing to do. Speak to somebody who's a professional to give you the professional advice, because at the end of the day, you're going to hear, yeah, you're right, man. You got to pay that down. And that's okay. At least you know you're on the right track. Yeah. But you may hear something different. And at the very least, when you do that and when you speak to somebody, now when you're ready, whether it's now or 6 months from now, you did the things that a professional told you, and you know you're ready. There's no question. Instead of, I paid all these debts down, now you went to go see Caesar. Caesar's telling you, bro, like, what happened? Like, you still got to do X, Y, Z. Like, now we're backed up another 3, 4, 5, 6 months where you could have resolved that earlier of making that. So one thing, I don't know who Fulano is, but in
Fulano,
the Dominican, he messed up a long time ago in DR somewhere. I don't know.
I think Fulano been getting a lot of people telling a lot of people a lot of shit. We've been following this nigga Fulano forever, fucking up our shit.
Do not listen to Fulano, man. His situation was different. Your situation is 2025. The prices are higher. The situations are different. The salaries are higher. There's things that, even going back to somebody that bought in 2018, you might as well be in 1950 and 2010. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy.
It's that different.
It's that
It's
different.
sad.
From 2018, that's crazy.
It's that different. I mean, just in general, right? You're talking just the Witchcraft neighborhood. That's one of the neighborhoods that we know around here.
Yeah.
2018, you're probably talking like $500K to $550 was probably like your decent size house there. Mm-hmm. I mean, now you can't even enter that area for, close to $700, at any home, no matter the condition. Mm-hmm. So, and that was 6 years ago. Like, that wasn't, 6 years ago is nothing.
Yeah.
So somebody that, for example, making 80K, 90K, whatever that number was at that time, with the rates the way they were, you're going to have tremendous amount of options. It's just for what it was. Where now, I think, we're in a weird spot where we're making a lot more money, but things have appreciated and are so much more expensive that we're not catching up, But yeah, that's what happens when, don't take advice from people that did certain things in the past. I mean, you can take advice to an extent.
Yeah.
But if you're ready, if you want to be ready, if you're thinking about it, there's no reason not to talk to a professional. It's free. We're going to take the time to walk you through certain situations.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. It's just, hey, this is what the recommendation is. If you are trying to do X, if you're trying to buy a single family in 6 months in this area for this price point, this is some of the things you need to do. Some things might be, hey, listen, your income's never going to get there. And that's okay. But it's better knowing it now than your apartment lease being up and then being like talking to somebody like, shit, my apartment is coming up in 2 or 3 months. I need a cosigner now. Well, you could have found out about the cosigner 6-8 months ago, you know, or your credit or whatever it may be. So that's the best advice. And I know it was a long-winded answer, but the best advice is
Great answer.
Don't think. Seek a professional. Take it from there. Nobody's gonna hold a gun to your head to buy a house.
Facts.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
It's like, because when it comes to cars, it's always, you start that negotiation like, I don't trust the salesman.
Yeah.
So it's like a different space when it comes
Completely
to
different, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing you said too was like the conditions. Like buying now, you have to pay possibly like $750 for a house in Witchcraft. Doesn't matter what the condition that house is in
At all.
That's the craziest part with like, at least in my personal, like trying to like, if I ever wanted to get a house, I'm like,
You gotta buy a
I
house
gotta
and then put in 15, 20 grand to just
right, you're
fix
gonna have
everything
to,
up.
and also if it's a $700,000 house, like you're not just gonna get it for $700,000. Like you're outbidding these people that are trying to, you might have to go to $750, like honestly, and then trying to put another 15 or 20K to fix it up afterwards. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is you're buying houses from like the 1900s that haven't got fixed up. But you're like,
Yeah.
this is how it is.
Everywhere, yeah.
Yeah,
The best way to look at it is, it's okay to rent. Renting is fine. I mean, listen, it's not the end of the world. Buying is more like how do I recoup my costs down the line? That's basically the way. Now, listen, there's stories of, I got my house here and it's worth $300,000-$400,000 more. That's great. That appreciating that quick that's not normal. Like that's not something that happens normal.
right.
But for example, if you're renting now and you bought, let's just say you ended up buying a condo for whatnot, or if that's your starting point, which is fine, and your mortgage might be $500 higher than renting because it nowadays is it's probably going to be higher mortgage than renting a lot of places. But 10 years go by, your life changed, you decided that you wanted to move, your daughter's going away to things happen. 10 years is a lot of things can happen.
Yeah.
When you're renting, the positive is you have nothing holding you back.
Yeah.
And it's fine, you can go. With a mortgage in a house, yes, you have a house. But if you sold it 10 years later, there's a very strong chance that the
be worth more.
$200,000 that you've spent owning that house out of pocket, you're going to get $150 back in your pocket, right? So the cost of 10 years of living was $50K. Instead of renting, it's that $200K tab is leaving you on the I mean, that's it. That's the tab. There's no getting money back.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay to get away from like the short term, like, holy crap, this person made 300. That market, it happens, but again, it's
not the norm.
very unlikely going forward that you're just going to appreciate $200,000 in 2 years. Even 2020 to now was crazy. So think about like, I can keep renting, that's fine. But if I buy something in 10 years, I can sell it, I can recoup, I can refinance. There's a lot of options you have of getting your money back on living, on your living situation, right? So like, if it makes sense to rent, great. But if you can buy, it will never not make sense to own. It will never not make sense because of the recoup costs that you can get in 5, 10, 15 years down the line where you look back and you're like, okay, well, yeah, I did spend $500,000 out of my pocket, but shit, I can get 300 of that back, 350 of that back. That's kind of how, if you think about it that way, house makes more sense than renting at any point.
Right.
At any point.
Yeah.
And real quick before we move on, we always hear about the everybody's, we're waiting for the crash. We're waiting for the crash. Oh, it's gonna this year. I think I saw it online. This year it's gonna happen.
It's all just wishful thinking.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this crash that doesn't seem like it's ever coming and ever
Getting higher and higher.
I think, man, I think everybody has a somewhat educated opinion on the market and what's going to happen. For a crash to happen, there's got to be a lot of people that need to sell. A lot of people. In Massachusetts, in the North Shore area, we just don't have that many people that want to sell.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a perfect example. Like down Witchcraft, I could point out 5 houses easily where I know these people would probably move if maybe there was like the rates were a little bit better. Like that would help the market a lot. But also, there's way too many buyers.
Yeah.
There's not enough houses for buyers out there. So until you get to a point where
There's too many houses for buyers.
there's too many houses, and now we're negotiating, we're doing this. Yeah. Hey, listen, nowadays you might see a house on the market 30 days, 40 days. I see it as a positive, and I say that to a lot of buyers is this is your chance to get in. House being on the market 30 days now is nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just we're in a weird space right now where like you really got to dive into finance. Like if you lose anything, like your income gets lower. I mean, you're talking catastrophic, catastrophic stuff for families. So I think that's kind of we're in a weird space there. But as far as like a crash where prices are going to get lower and this and that, like 08, I don't see that happening because if rates get lower, more buyers into the market. What happened? More buyers now. I mean, now you're doubling the buyers that are already in the market now, and the houses there's no more houses going on. So like to get into a crash, it's not going to be there. Not in our area. Now, I can't speak for other parts of the U.S. Western Mass, maybe like that's the different game. But here, North Shore, north of Boston, south of Boston, like it's just our real estate is here to stay forever, man.
It is what it is.
Are they building condos across from Walgreens on Boston Street?
How would
that little area?
That's a very specific question.
No, I don't know if I think, man, that's been open for like
I know.
I did see construction crew there.
It was supposed to be a
a long
But
time.
that told me to like reach out to Manny, go find out what's being built over there.
It was supposed to be.
Imagine they probably are.
It was supposed to be a senior center like a while ago, and
like
they just
30
never
years
built
ago.
it.
They built the senior center.
Oh, they did. Oh, they
built
did.
it
Yeah,
next
that's
to
true.
Federal Street.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we have reached my favorite part of the show, the DJ Bufka set of questions.
You are now in the mix with
DJ Bufka set of questions is a
DJ
game we play at the end of every episode. It's a simple game. We ask you two different questions, two different options. You just choose one of them.
Either a red pill, blue pill. It sounds pretty easy. People mess up all the time, getting purple or orange.
I want green.
See, already failed.
You can't mess up anymore. You are 806 staff now, so
All right,
act
fine.
accordingly.
Yeah.
Correspondent. First question is always the same. Jordan or LeBron?
Just go with Jordan. Just gonna leave it at that.
Zero chance. I'm going LeBron.
Oh, I knew it.
I will just follow up with this. I am not a LeBron follower because I'm a Celtics fan first.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, LeBron. I mean, come on, LeBron lives in LeBron has been playing basically most of his career in a instant highlight generation. Jordan never had that. I bet you Jordan flopped. I bet you Jordan cried. I bet you Jordan did all that stuff. We didn't see it. You know why? Because they didn't play it. They didn't replay it.
Yeah.
Jordan's great, amazing. I like LeBron.
I can't
I'm
say
a
flopping. I think LeBron
He has.
created
LeBron.
flopping.
No,
don't
see?
know. He
The
just-
hell?
Zero
Come on,
chance.
bro. He
Zero
didn't
chance.
create.
Started
Zero
with Manu
chance.
Ginobili and
No
He
way.
didn't create.
Flopping started in the 70s.
Yeah.
Zero chance.
They didn't create.
They literally had a rule to stop flopping from like the 90s, and then they brought it back.
My answer changes every day, honestly.
Yeah, it was LeBron last
I
time.
was very afraid.
No, I've said Jordan every time I've been on here. I've
barely said Jordan every time.
I've said Jordan every time.
If you would have said LeBron today, that might have been the shortest reign of a baseball correspondent we've ever had.
And he's out of here.
How do I get fired for a basketball question?
Yeah, this guy was
I don't know.
bullshit.
I didn't like it. You're out of here. All right. Going back to our childhood. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Yeah, Nickelodeon. It's not even close for me.
Yeah, I gotta say Nickelodeon too.
I mean, the all that theme song is crazy.
Yeah.
The all that theme song is
Listen,
crazy.
like I understand there's a bunch of Cartoon Network ass dudes who want to give their
Cartoon Network ass
dudes. Their
Every
Gotta be
channel.
careful. Yeah.
their reasons. But like you said, it's not close, bro. Nickelodeon is king of
Hey man, whatever you want to watch, whatever you watch. I have my 3 channels. I can just go boop, whatever. You know.
But
It's definitely Nickelodeon.
I had my own streaming service basically.
it's Nickelodeon, man. It's
Something about
they
the
were-
Cartoon Network had some sketchy ass shows, man.
Yeah,
They did.
people on drugs did make a lot of Cartoon Network shows. I'll give you that.
I wasn't trying to watch Courage the Cowardly.
Nickelodeon
You
was for
shouldn't.
Dominicans.
I wasn't trying to
Nickelodeon was for Dominicans, man.
Coward,
Cartoon
yeah.
Network for the gringos, nigga. That wasn't for us, bro.
If you just put the all-time like hits for Nickelodeon
I mean,
compared
it's
to Cartoon Network,
It's not
That
close.
list
even-
is
it's not
crazy.
close.
It's not close.
Cow and Chicken was sketchy to me too.
It's all
Yeah.
sketchy. It was all sketchy.
Doug was sketchy.
Doug was sketchy, but I fucked.
Doug
I don't
was,
think Doug
was
was
good.
sketchy.
I thought it was sketchy because
amount of
it, like,
sketchy shows on Nickelodeon too.
Yeah.
But
Roger
There
Clark.
was, I'm just telling you right now, there was a show called But Ugly Martians on Nickelodeon.
yeah.
That was a sketchy show.
I don't remember.
Ren and Stimpy was
Real
in it.
Monsters.
Ren and Stimpy, Iron Monsters.
That was a
Iron
classic.
Monsters.
Ren and Stimpy was crazy. Like
Ren
I'm
and
going to
Stimpy.
show that to my daughter now.
Probably not.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
If you actually watch
Rocco's
it,
Modern Life.
very sketchy.
Very sketchy.
You're 100% right. I would never
He
show these
worked
shows
at
to my
a
daughter.
sex hotline.
It's just a different time.
I put one of these shows on and from like my four, and I was like, oh my, all right, nah. I was like, yo, keep them. Yeah, like, there's no way. Like,
Listen, I don't want to hear Nickelodeon.
That's a Rugrats.
Where you Cartoon Network had Johnny Bravo, okay? That man would be. If he was a real person, he'd be worse than Diddy right now. He'd be in jail.
They do. Okay. What's funny was
Wait.
Courage Cowardly Dog and Scooby Doo had a movie recently.
I
A
fuck with Scooby Doo.
couple years
Recently?
ago. Couple years, like maybe
Damn.
2-3 years ago.
How are you still up on this?
Because I have HBO Max and it popped up. I'm like, oh, I like
I
this.
thought you were going to see the kids.
Let me finish what I'm saying. At this point, I got JJ into watching Scooby Doo, like all the good ones. I'm like, oh, this is great. And he's like, oh, I was like, oh, Courage. Okay, that's a weird mix up.
Yeah,
like, teamwork
it's
collab.
a weird collab.
Okay, I'll put it on, bro. 30 minutes in, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck are we watching? I'm feeling like this is the trippiest. I had to be on acid to enjoy this movie. Because like leaning back, we're like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, yeah, change it.
Yeah, I'll change that.
Someone on acid created
Absolutely.
Courage the
And I love the fact that the Scooby Doo gang is reacting to it. Like, this is not normal.
My favorite thing about all these cartoons, before we move on to the next one, my favorite part is all these cartoons. For every cartoon to be made, there had to be a board of people who all saw the idea and be like, yeah.
Not
What you
Adult
think
Swim.
about that? I
say
think about that when I
right?
teach commercials.
can't, bro.
When I see a bad commercial, when I see like a weird commercial, I'm like, dude,
Kablam.
there was like Kablam. Kablam was great.
That's a weird show.
They call
Or
Prometheus and
Prometheus
Bob.
Bob.
Yeah, that's such a good point. You got to think about all these people sitting at a table like this. Like, this is, we should let this go.
for
This is
kids,
gonna
right?
go.
For kids.
2-second clips every time.
This is gonna go. All right, next one.
Action time.
Food question. Mexican food or Chinese food?
Chinese food.
Nah, I'm a Chinese food all day long.
I want
Hunger?
no, I want hunger so
We
bad.
grew up on hunger. That was like, you know, a Dominican
H?
like, yo,
I know, Jesus.
tonight?
That's a W.
That was part of my like. Yo,
Get
them
hungry, yo.
Saturday nights.
Everybody has every Dominican child has like
Their restaurant.
one restaurant that their parents was like, yo, that's where
And
we eat.
back in when we were young, it was Happy House.
Happy House.
But Happy House retired, and Hongas took over.
And when hunger took over,
Never
at that
Kiki's.
time, every combination play was like $5. That's it.
Yeah, and there was
Now, you know,
filling.
it's not the same, but
Bro,
It's cheaper to go to Honga now than go
still-
to
oh,
get a combo at McDonald's.
it is.
it is. It still is.
That lunch special is still $5.19.
Oh, I haven't been around there for lunch in a while.
Random,
Yeah,
but they're
3 o'clock.
Yeah,
bringing
I
back
can't
the
get there in time.
chicken strip, chicken tenders from McDonald's to come back.
The chicken selects.
There it is. You know the word.
You know, my man.
You know it. You know it.
Yeah, that was crazy because like,
Man, none of the fast food had chicken like tenders.
That's right.
That's why I liked it. Yeah,
Nuggets are cool, but give me some fucking tenders.
that's
Well, they're coming back, buddy.
let's move. Actually, I'm making this is not on the Buffalo set of questions, but I'm making a Buffalo set of questions. Just doing some editing as we go. Burger King or Wendy's?
Wendy's.
I gotta go with Burger King.
No.
Ooh, perfect.
Man.
Now I'm gonna add to this.
Go ahead. That's why I set it up.
There's a top 3.
4.
Taco Bell doesn't count.
What you?
It's not burgers. It's not a burger. I
It's
get
not a burger spot. Doesn't
But
count.
it's the father of the four major.
No.
Because if you like
It's on four.
Mexican
That's on
more
better.
than burgers, then you're gonna pick the Mexican
Yeah,
one.
it doesn't count. So McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. What's your order?
All right, so McDonald's, what I used to enjoy was the McChicken.
Yeah.
Kind of a simple.
Classic,
I mean, just,
yeah.
I'm just gonna go with an item.
Back when it was $1.
I'm gonna just go with an item. With an item from each. That
Play the basketball game.
McChicken. You already know that's.
Yeah.
I got $1. Like we got $1.29 or whatever it was. Boom. We get a
105,
McChicken.
bro.
105.
Yup.
The tax.
105. By the way, getting a McChicken now, man. I see that one. That was yours.
$3.12. $3.12.
Whoa, McChicken is 312.
$3.12.
I'm done.
That's crazy.
I thought it was 2 for something.
Not anymore. I've been gone for 10 years.
Yo, what do you mean $6?
Two McChickens.
2 McChickens is 2 for 3. What is it?
Give you the Burger King one, which was a staple for me after soccer practice or anything.
Yeah, that
to be
Whopper?
honest, I still get. It wasn't the Whopper. I used to like the Rodeo Burger.
Rodeo burger.
I don't think
Classic.
they have it or not.
Classic.
Yes,
That's a classic.
That's a classic.
That was my like. Yo,
yeah.
get a rodeo
Always weird
burger.
having the long
Chicken sandwiches. Those are the best ones.
And everything on Burger King was like
That's the best seller because
Weird
it's
looking.
still around.
That was my order.
They
Chicken
didn't
sandwich.
change the
Nah. My dad used to love the fucking rodeo burgers back in the day.
Yeah.
I feel like all Spanish. The Dominicans love the rodeo burgers. I don't even know what.
To be honest, that might have been my number one after practice, after
BK?
soccer, something. Just the rodeo burger was out of control. I used to love that.
You know what? I like BK because it gives me like I can have the burger, fries, and shake.
you were a big shake guy.
I'm a shake.
I just always felt like the fries were better at Burger King than everywhere else. That's what I thought.
Fries were
Burger
better.
King, I thought was the
Yeah, I don't
worst
think
fries.
anymore.
Not
I thought
anymore.
they tried those.
They changed the
It
Burger
was
King
my
fries, I
favorite
think.
growing up. No. Damn, it's changed a lot though.
It's
It was
conflicted.
by old school.
It was
Right,
Wendy's
yeah.
in the point.
Yeah, it was.
Junior bacon was. I mean, that's,
Still,
that's,
it's not the same, but still. like,
Frosty with it too.
Like,
yeah.
I just said it.
Frosty. That's the
If I need something real quick, Junior Bacon. Bomb.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
that's
But
the,
when we
one of the
moved to,
staple
like-
sandwiches of.
away from there.
Yeah, the other side, Salem.
Yeah, because when we were at the point, I was
more.
pretty young at the point, so I didn't really have one of these that much.
Yeah,
You
no,
walk it over, Vicky.
we were there when
10 in the
we
morning.
started to get built.
We saw that shit.
So for
Get
me,
a
I
fries
have
early morning.
Pick it up, go
McDonald's,
to Game Zone.
Wendy's, and BK.
Come on,
Or-
Josh, one more time.
I got McDonald's, Wendy's, BK. Taco Bell doesn't count. So that's my order.
Obviously, you've never liked BK.
I didn't, and I'm finding out recently that a lot of people are putting BK at like number 2, always,
It is like a medium.
which is weird to me. I'm like, y'all don't like Wendy's? And then people are like, oh, Wendy's number 1. Like
McDonald's is by far
last?
last for me.
Wendy's is not.
Yeah, I don't know.
McDonald's is last. McDonald's is last.
McDonald's is
Not
my
anymore.
was my number one for the past 5 years. Has changed. Now it's BK, McDonald's, Wendy's.
I think Wendy's has the best nuggets.
I think if I had
Always
Wendy's
have.
more,
Always
I'd
have.
probably put Wendy's over
That's
McDonald's.
not even close.
It's 'cause I'm a big
and he used to have the
fries
best
guy.
fries. Wendy's used to
Yeah,
have
I'm
the
not a big
best
fry
fries.
guy. That's why.
That's why you like BK.
But BK is my favorite only because I think it has the best burger. Like,
It
the Whopper-
does.
The Whopper's so fire that I used to.
You know
I
why?
used to go to cookouts and
Wait, where's this going?
I went to a there was
Rolling up
one of my friends. they're
Like fucking Eddie from what's it called? The Longest Yard. Take it out your Whopper. Like
No,
where did that come
Their
from?
parents would go get the patties out of BK and have the cookout with their patties.
Who?
Can't say.
Whoa.
I'm not saying names.
It wasn't like Ash told me.
And
But
that
people like
cookout
that's
was so
crazy.
good.
That's crazy. I never even heard
I
something like
never even
that.
thought
That's
something
a
like
hell of
that.
an idea.
Whopper flavor.
in a day and age where, listen, if you compare a Big Mac from 1999 to a Big Mac now, it's literally a third of its size.
Yeah.
So we're in an age where like everything's getting smaller. BK still gives you them burgers that fill you up, bro.
Man.
You know what I mean? I can't be having. What the fuck? It's just, the BK King.
Double patties.
BK King putting you down,
Submarine.
bro.
Yeah, the patties
Submarine
at
size.
McDonald's definitely did some like they're
that's
you know it's
so
like wait I
big.
gotta tell so yeah what is this
But I do like that mac sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Fries. I'm not a big fry person, but I have to pick fries. It's McDonald's.
I think fries make the meal for me
Absolutely.
everywhere.
McDonald's.
Not even just for fast food. If I'm getting a burger at like a restaurant, like, the fries have to be good.
Thing is, no,
Yeah.
they put a little crack on the fries.
They do.
For a long
They have
time.
because they have
I don't
their
like the BK fries.
they have their own potato
They
that
used
no
to
one
be
uses
good.
in the
They're
world.
not- yeah, good
I was like,
now.
that's
Yeah,
that's
this
weird.
Is something going on.
All right, next one. Next one. Ready? What's more embarrassing? Allowing or scoring an own goal or scoring on the wrong basket in basketball?
I think
Allowing your own goal sounds.
an own goal is more embarrassing because it's such a low scoring game. Like you can lose 1-0 and you score the own goal. Like that kind of.
That's crazy.
I just don't. It takes work to
accidentally
score on the wrong
backkick
hoop. Like,
It takes- yeah,
work
you have to really
score.
try to
I
do
don't know
that.
how- Like that's got to be more. If you just take the ball and just shoot in the wrong
It would
hoop,
have to
I mean,
be
like,
seen it happen.
It had to be on tip off or like after halftime.
Sometimes when people tip the ball off, they don't know which way
Yeah.
they're going.
Yeah.
That's the only time
WNBA.
I've
I've seen it. Like,
I've seen it.
layup,
I've seen
real
it.
quick layup. No, stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Who is going
Because
down?
everybody does yell to stop it, and you never hear it for some reason, and you score it anyways.
You think it's
the reason with the own goal, like you can lose 1-0, and
own
you score the
goal
own
is
goal.
like
big
in
field.
soccer, in soccer, like a deflection off your
Yeah.
shin is considered an own goal a lot of times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like,
Sorry to put you on the spot, but what's the worst? Like, I can't believe I just allowed that goal you've ever had.
Never. He's perfect.
damn, you know, it's funny, man. Yeah, I mean, I can remember like yesterday, which is crazy. It's like we played Gloucester one time, and the ball just floated up, and my ass just like, actually, take it back. There was this guy called Ali Kaba.
El Diablo.
Ali Kaba.
that,
God bless you.
That played in Beverly. Dude was definitely like 30, and he was playing high school.
Of course he
Right?
was.
I mean, he was 30. He was 30. And I see him
I faced
to
some
this
30-year-olds
day,
when
I
I
see
played.
him, and he's like an African dude, like just smiles and he has a gap. Yo, it's crazy.
Wait, like he's like 60 right now?
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's
Yeah,
honestly,
probably.
He probably is. He probably is.
Black don't crack.
Why would you?
Yo.
Focus on the story.
My bad.
You know, man.
I'll never forget this. It was my freshman. This is my second game, maybe as a goalie. In my life, we played Beverly always second game of the season, if I remember. And I was hanging around I think it's the 8th man. Dude, I haven't played soccer in so long. Is it 18 around where the goalie line is? Yeah. And I was hanging around there, and I was moving up because my team had the ball all the way up. And all of a sudden, Ali Kaba got it, maybe by his goalie, and he saw me, and he didn't even make it to midfield. He just kicked it, and I was just like, I forgot I was playing goalie. I just see the ball going. I'm like, oh man, oh god, sorry guys, sorry guys. It's like my second game. I was like, nah, this is crazy. Sorry guys.
And then you became captain, so it was
then
perfect,
became
right?
captain. It worked
So you
out.
that doesn't happen again.
I didn't.
Worst goal I've ever. Yeah,
I didn't know he was gonna shoot that.
He's like, who
I
does
didn't think
that?
people could shoot that far. Again,
In high school, they really normally can.
Dominican
Yeah.
dude, we're trying to figure it out. You know.
It's like I didn't.
This
see
dude
that.
wound up, and I was just like, it's me. I'm the last guy back.
You're like, yo, great shot.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was me.
Yeah, nah. Yep.
All right.
I still know my fault. I thought of one that I had. I wasn't goalie, but when I passed the ball back to the goalie once, he whiffed. Just missed the ball completely, and I was like,
They went in?
They went in, yeah.
As a goalie, that's one. When you get the ball back there, listen, we don't play with our feet a lot, you know. As
Yeah.
a goalie,
True.
and yo, you get that ball. A lot of times you getting it because like your defenders
they're
like in a
pushing you-
hypersensitive
they're pushing you
situation.
back.
So all of a sudden you get the ball and you can whiff. You can this is a lot.
I'm gonna go to them diving that shit. All right, got it.
That was
All right,
crazy.
Next one, a staple here, and both got set of questions. Friday movies or the Rush Hour movies?
I'm gonna go with Rush Hour.
Rush Hour for me.
Yeah.
Friday or Rush Hour? Which one of those two series has the best movie? Like that one movie out of the. Do they both have?
I think-
well, one has 4.
I think Rush Hour, this one would probably be my favorite out of all of them.
Really,
That's
Rush
not the
Hour
right
one.
answer.
I like
I-
Rush Hour one. I mean, it was the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Rush Hour guy. I honestly.
Oh wait, maybe Rush Hour.
I
It's
can't-
Rush Hour 2.
I was gonna say Rush Hour 2. Maybe Rush Hour
Rush
2.
Hour 2 is probably
Rush Hour
the
2 is
right
Maybe
probably-
Rush Hour 2 is
that's
what I'm
probably the
thinking
right
of.
answer
But
there.
like, yeah, I think
They had
I-
way more chemistry.
I'd
in
probably
that
pick
Rush
any
Hour
Rush Hour movie
Bigger
over
budget.
Friday movies, honestly. But the Rush Hour movies were just funnier to me than Friday. Fridays is obviously a classic, but man, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker just
It's just hard
Friday's
to
a classic. I think next Friday is the funniest one.
The second one usually the best movie out of the series, regardless of what series it
know
is.
what's-
Hour 2 was so
You know what's funny?
legendary, I think.
Like, if I had to rank the Fridays, I'd put Friday After Next last. No discredit to them, it's still a good
Still
movie.
loved it.
But that's the one I watched the most, and it's the most quotable one. I like, especially with Cat Williams, and
Day Day.
yeah.
that's the most quotable one.
I think for me, Rush Hour was more accessible for whatever reason. It
Always
was
on Telemundo.
always on.
You know
TV.
why? You know why?
I don't know what it was.
Dominicans
Rush Hour was
love
on TV once a
Jackie
week.
It's still on TV.
It's still on.
Love Rush Hour.
Dominican man.
I can't say the same about like I had to go out of my way to see see those movies. Yo, you could turn on TV. It was on. I don't know what happened. Rush Hour was on.
It's
TV.
not growing
TNT
up as
always had it on,
Dominican.
too.
There wasn't a lot of movies that you and your mom could watch at the same time and both smile and enjoy.
Yeah, that's true.
Rush Hour movies were one of those movies.
Jackie Chan's the GOAT, man.
Jackie Chan is go.
Such a
You see the
legend.
clip of him at a movie theater watching his old clips?
Yeah, that shit broke my heart.
I was crying like a baby, dude.
I was like, God damn, he's getting old too. I'm like,
There's a scene where, because he owns a
Everything, I'm assuming.
stuntman studio.
oh yeah.
So they're showing on the video. He's tearing up, and then the lights come on. He looks at everybody. He's like, "Everybody in here has started because of you. They were all part of your school. They all gone up to land, and everybody starts bawling, crying.
I'm a baby.
I got chills right now. I'm watching this shit like, why am I crying at 7 a.m?
I hate that.
Yeah.
When those clips get you, those random clips, you just scrolling through your phone like, damn. You sitting
damn,
there-
Jackie.
I've had those, and then someone asks you, you're at work, and someone
Yeah.
comes up to you, hey, can I have a, what?
Those videos will come across like at 7 a.m. I just swipe past it really quick. I'm like, no, I'm not falling for this one.
Is that Will and his dad? Nope, not today. Not today.
I just saw that one.
I know, it breaks my heart every time.
Finished Fresh Prince finally.
What?
Well, I went through all of it.
My buddy, I think
That came out in 91, bro.
Streaming era.
I was like, you definitely watched it.
All right. When it rains out, which just seems like tomorrow
Rains
is going to be a
it
rainy
pours.
day,
Yeah.
would you rather listen to bachata or R&B?
It's gonna rain tomorrow.
I'm a bachata guy, man.
I am too.
Can't
Definitely
do
bachata.
R&B's. It's
a
great,
good-
but yeah.
Probably R&B, but I mean, I probably wouldn't listen to anything because I don't want to be like. It's just gonna make me too sad, like too depressed. Just like, I try to listen to. I don't like to listen to any music on like a. I don't want anything to like make it have any influence on me on those kind of days.
Influential music can be to your mood.
Yeah.
So I try to.
I'm highly influenced by the weather, so I don't need anything else to try to.
It's that triggering. If it's raining, my brain doesn't even think about it. I just immediately put bachata on. Like I already know. Like, it doesn't even right away. All right, I'm gonna give you the next question. I was
Me
trying to
crying
be a
in the
big boy and hold, but I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna give you this question, and then I'm gonna run off real quick. Going back to our 90s
this is bad.
childhood, Manny Ramirez or David Ortiz? Mill on that.
So this is a quick one. I feel like it's just David Ortiz, like Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore.
Well, I'd rather have you guys answer first.
I feel like he was just a more impactful baseball player.
100%.
I mean, it's like if you're talking about just a pure like enjoyment of watching baseball and stuff, like yeah, Manny being Manny was hilarious, but the
I
guys,
think Manny overall is a better baseball player than David Ortiz. He was a better hitter, obviously. David Ortiz was just so clutch that
Yeah.
it's great. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you put him over like anybody else.
Yes,
in the
right,
other
so
rest.
true.
But Manny Ramirez, one of the greatest hitters of all time. I don't care if he was doing this. I don't care. The dude was hitting
Allegedly.
330 every year, no matter what. You knew my man he didn't strike out. He didn't, dude.
That's
He was just one of the best hitters of all time. One of the best. And if you went out to the park, you knew Manny was playing guaranteed. Like he's not sitting out. He's not sitting out against lefties. He's not sitting out like Ortiz. You know what I mean? If there was a lefty on the mound, there's a good chance that he maybe was sitting out that game.
Yeah.
Or whatnot from the other team. Manny is.
Especially
I mean,
'cause-
Manny's one of the greatest players ever.
Yeah.
You can
Especially
also-
because he's in the field.
Yeah, he can also
But also-
field. He can also he wasn't like the greatest fielder, but he was actually he was decent
That
enough
was one of the
to stay
hilarious
there.
parts that he was in the field, and
Yeah.
it was like he made it. He made baseball so fun, man.
He was a kid.
That
This
team
has-
was
that
just
has
so
nothing to
crazy.
do with what we're talking about, but shout out to Juan Soto for single-handedly ruining my parlay a couple nights ago. I had the Phillies, and this fucking athlete of a motherfucker threw somebody out at home. When that was the winning run to win my parlay, and this dickhead fucking Juan Soto just nailed him.
I might be crazy, but I think he's overpaid.
Everybody's overpaid in
Everybody-
baseball.
Yeah, everybody's overpaid, but I think that contract's crazy.
Oh,
We played very well. We brought the team to the
I mean,
He deserved the
back
contract.
to the Manny and David.
Sorry.
yeah.
David Ortiz, I feel, has the best. At the end of the day, looking back, David Ortiz was more legendary. Like the legacy of it.
got him in
Maybe
small
because how
sports.
involved he was with the
clutchness.
community as well and everything.
Yeah.
Still around.
And being
Yeah,
clutch.
He's still yeah. But at the time, Manny was definitely my favorite out of the both. Like when we
Yeah, I would probably say the same for me.
like in 04.
Oh,
a
Manny
big
was
DH
an
guy.
established star before David Ortiz was even a known person. Remember
Having him 3-4
I had his
or
card
something,
when
I'll
he was in
never
Cleveland.
like.
Crazy.
It was like I think
That's-
Nomar batted second, then it was like Nomar. He was either David and then take me back to
Was it no more that hit the lights above like the Green Monster or something? He hit like
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm vaguely.
I was watching the Netflix special and I forgot. I'm like, damn, we definitely traded him the championship season. He got a ring though. People don't know that. You get a ring if you play for the season.
Wait, who got a ring?
No more.
What season?
If you play, yeah, you got a ring.
Really?
Because you
got a
probably
ring?
He got traded that year.
Just like-
I know. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know he got one. Good for him. He deserves one.
But it also depends on the organization.
Yeah, which obviously, we're gonna give him one.
Yeah, some people don't.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy. I forgot how that whole thing happened. But all right, next question. Dominican ass question. Mango or sancocho?
Mango.
Yeah, for me it's
Quick,
not.
quickness,
Mango.
love it, quickness.
Can't-
Good job, guys.
not-
I'm craving it right now. I haven't had it in so
Like I
long.
could have mango in the summer, winter.
It really is the most
doesn't
versatile.
matter.
All 3 meals.
Mango is the most
three meals.
versatile meal of all time.
breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Doesn't matter when you have it.
Sunny,
Exactly. It makes you happy
winter,
regardless.
summer,
Yeah,
it don't
very true.
matter.
You come home from playing in the
6
park in
a.m.
July and you got sancocho, bro. Like you're like, damn. Like, all right, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah,
good,
it's
but
gonna be
like,
good, but-
like, damn, like I'm already hot. I mean, I'm sweating already. Like,
So my girl's having her cousins come down from New Hampshire, and she's like, "Oh, they really like mango, but they're not gonna be here till like afternoon." I was like, "What's your point?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, there's a breakfast." I'm like, "No, honey,
No.
It's not.
this is at all times." I've had definitely nights where I have.
Maybe you can leave
Mango
the
is-
eggs out. Maybe
Yeah,
you
that's-
wanna-
yeah,
if you wanna
that's
make
it.
less breakfast. But
Hey,
no, there's no like mango is for this time only.
No.
Like, there's no. That doesn't exist.
me coming home from a long day at work and mango's already made. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
clutch.
It might not be nothing better than that.
I feel like I think waking up to is better. I think.
Waking up to mango's because you don't know how long it's been sitting there when you walk in.
Mango's,
that matters with mango.
mango's
For
fresh in the
me,
morning.
I know
You
it's-
just
it's
starting your
fresh.
day. You starting your day off right. It just I thought
the
it.
perfect start of every day.
Yeah, like you're not gonna
Yeah,
wake
but
up and be
I
like,
probably-
oh,
how
damn.
much
Wives
work
would
is
do
in it?
that, but
Nah, mango's not that bad.
nigga, the fried cheese and fried salami, fried.
If you
It's
add
in the
that
word.
stuff, it's pretty-
You can air fry
And
it.
you gotta add that stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
fried.
It's
that's
not
it.
the same.
It's still good.
No. If you air fried cheese and
Yeah.
salami,
I've
it's
done.
not the same.
Hey, you don't know how to do
The
it.
salami, I've
no,
air fried. It's still
not the same.
that bad.
nigga.
it's still good in the air fryer.
I gotta eat it.
I wouldn't
in
do the
the
cheese.
You gotta,
oil.
yeah,
I
you
didn't do
gotta
the
dump shit in the
I
fucking,
can't.
Yes.
sizzle and fucking burn my hand for
I'll
putting
do
it
on
on.
it.
some
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
but nah.
Yeah,
bro,
mango
you gotta,
like
you gotta
pick.
fry,
Yeah,
you gotta fry
if I'm eating
it.
mango,
You gotta fry it, though.
I'm already like eating that. I'm not sitting there like, oh well, I'm trying to be.
I'm gonna die. Everybody's gonna die anyways, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah.
my salami. is
Plata no
fried.
I've
power,
been eating
bro.
shit the whole
Plata
time.
no
Those
power.
2 fried cheeses are not gonna do nothing right now.
2. Start the shit
Don't
off.
read the back packet in the fried cheese, bro. That'll
Don't read
read
none of that.
I don't read
Mike.
any ingredients.
I know I feel
It's like a
great that
cube.
day.
So it's like a cube, and like the fried cheese is like 1,000 calories. Like, oh, damn. I say, but the strip is there. I mean, we're cutting it.
Cut us in. All right. Next one. Another. Damn, I have mad food questions on here.
You must be hungry.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna get some food on the
I'm
way home for
hungry
sure.
Drums or flats?
Drums.
Yeah. Man.
I just, I never understood the divide until like I got like became like an adult. People actually are really divided. And people actually I think prefer flats more than drums, which I never would have ever
It's
guessed.
more,
drum guy.
more chicken on it. I don't care.
I don't care.
It's got more chicken.
People say flats do.
They're thicker.
Yeah.
It's way more.
Drums for me. I'm always a
Drums
drum
are
guy.
just easier to eat.
What did you pick?
It's just,
I'm probably a drums person.
I just feel like a flat is like it's difficult. Yeah.
I don't want
You gotta poke them.
people do the fucking little smash.
chicken.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's all
man,
right.
that's
Poke the
cool.
chicken
Show
from
off.
in between.
But
Yeah.
If
Chicken
you have,
wings out.
if you have
probably is-
cool techniques on how to eat wings, nigga, you eating wings too much. Like I don't like. Relax.
I seen people do some crazy chicken wings.
Very easy to deal with drums.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's
I'm
You
done.
know?
nothing to deal
You
with.
eat it. You
That's
dump
it.
the fat part in the fucking sauce.
Pour the chicken on it, and it's easier.
Facts. All right.
Easy to dip.
Would you rather? Would you
Probably
rather
chicken
have
wings.
free flights for life or free hotels for life?
I would probably say flights.
I'm gonna say hotels, and here's why. I'll give you the reason.
Nice.
Getting from point A to point B many routes, many flights you could take. Doesn't matter. And it's only at worst, if you really want to travel, like we want to go to Australia, let's just say it takes 24 hours, for example.
Okay.
And that's it. You're done. I mean, a free hotel, you can stay there for as long as you want. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's free.
That's a good
You know,
point.
That's gonna be my
So
house.
the time, you know what I mean? You can make up the flight price in a
presidential
week or
suite for
two,
the
right?
rest of
Like
your life.
in a couple
Yeah, that's,
days.
good. That's a very good point.
We
So
always have that thought of like the third day in a resort, like, yo, imagine if we lived here. But then you realize like you're eventually gonna get tired of it.
maybe.
We'll see. We'll see how long that takes.
Crime here. There's no-
Really,
You start thinking about all
I'm in a utopia.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing bad.
like
It's
I've
a-
never like. I remember someone telling me like, yo, there was like an argument, there was like a fight at the resort. I'm like, a fight at the resort.
Why are you angry?
All I've ever seen is fucking happiness and smiles. I've never seen anybody upset at a resort in my life in DR.
No.
Ever.
Why are you angry in
Everybody's having the
paradise?
time of their lives.
Mexico.
That's different.
There's been some
That
some
was-
bad
that
things
was-
that's happened.
Yeah,
That's
I can't.
different.
I almost didn't make it back from Cancun, nigga, man. You know what I mean?
Mexico's definitely on the list.
What places do you want to go?
Oh. Next question.
It's definitely on the list. Never described. What list is this?
How many lists you got?
Not a bad one.
All right.
All right, we're gonna
Next
move
question.
on. Last but not least,
We'll get that list out of you eventually.
this is mythical. We should just have that theme. Just every episode, just start adding shit to the list,
like,
and never explain what the list is.
all
made
yeah,
the
just all
list.
random. Like,
I
really,
know, that is your new thing. Every week, I'm like, you know
that
what?
shit on the list, yeah.
Put that shit on the list.
all random shit that has no
And
correlation.
Every guest gonna have like what list?
Wait,
The list,
it
bro.
doesn't even match the
Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. I'm putting Nickelodeon on that list. Like what? Like, what?
list is that?
Okay.
I like the Nickelodeon.
I thought you put Mexico-
I do.
I thought you put Mexico on that last week.
Yep, that's your new thing. I'll remind you next week. All right, last but not least, I will. Which one would you rather go to? The World Cup or the Super Bowl?
World Cup. I knew, as soon as you said World Cup,
I was
nothing
gonna
else
say,
was going to beat
there,
that for me.
Was there anything that was going to beat that?
I'm going to when it comes here in next year. I'm going. I'm going to figure out. I don't care.
For
I
some
don't care if it's
reason,
Bolivia against
they
Cuba.
made the World Cup the same year as the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, they're not gonna be. They're not gonna be played at the same time though.
I mean, nigga, I'm still going to be paying for the fucking World
Oh,
Baseball
yeah.
Classic by the time the fucking.
Well, but I
I'd
think
say the World Cup because I think the final game, if you went to the World Cup final game, or actually you could probably go to any game, but the final game, the crowd, you guys know, the crowds are different when it's country, man.
Yo,
Yes.
yeah.
the environment would
There-
be insane.
I mean, think about the Super Bowl. How many celebrities? How many people don't care about the game?
Yeah, you're right,
nobody
you're right.
cares, man. Maybe 40% of the crowd actually cares about the game.
Just like the Super Bowl
World
parties,
Cup
same shit.
final? Nah, man. You got the whole stadium on one or the other side. Like you got to pick. There's no. I'm coming here for the nice game. Nah,
Wearing
you
the
got to pick
jerseys
where you
for a
going.
reason.
it's also
care
the most
about this.
viewed sport event of all ever.
The number one sport in the world.
Yeah, like the Super Bowl was like five. Let's just say it's 5 billion people watching. I don't even know. The fucking World Cup is like 100 something billion. Like it's like unreal how much
not even
how
close.
different it is. I would go.
Who's the best American on USA team? Like,
Christian Pulisic.
I never heard of him.
I just got
Right
to.
now.
That don't
yeah.
sound American to me.
Right?
He actually I think he has like Polish descent or Croatian. Like, but his family's from like Pennsylvania though. Like he's just like
I got it.
Like it, you're married.
We'll give him a
Who's the other one? London Donovan?
Landon Donovan
those
was.
Tim Howard, Landon
yeah.
Donovan.
Tim Howard
I'm saying,
was
like,
nice.
yeah,
Day.
Pulisic is the best player now.
Yes.
Which he actually technically
That's why-
he probably would be better than Donovan. I would think just from
When
like
the World Cup comes,
gotten
I'm
better.
trying to root for USA. I need to know something.
he has a documentary on Paramount Plus.
Boom, we in there.
Because I be following the Premier League. I be
You know how
following
much Adiel likes his documentaries.
Yo, I've been on a documentary streak.
What's the give us the last 3 you watched.
Carmelo Anthony. I watched
I didn't even know he had a
Where's that?
documentary.
on YouTube. You can
Okay,
find
you.
it. It's
Oh,
called
those ones. Okay, all right.
Blackballed.
That's crazy.
All right.
Let me think. I definitely the Celtic one that just came out.
I haven't finished that one. That was a good one.
That one's a very good one. The new Red Sox one on Netflix.
Told you it was
Yeah, I
good.
seen that. That was good.
I watched
I was looking for the random ones.
the random ones. I recently finished Pete Rose
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
and Nolan Ryan.
Some good ones. Some good ones.
Legends.
All right.
All legends.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out to Vibe Entertainment.
Shout out to Nerd Gods.
Uneducated MMA.
Boop, boop, boop.
Boop, boop, boop,
Shout out to, you can just yell any shout outs you want.
boop. Which one you want?
Shout out to Nova Skin.
Hey, she did it.
I remembered.
Shout out Hongas.
Shout out Hongas.
Shout out Gem Body Alchemist.
Shout out to them.
Young Soldier Success Group.
Shout out to Coded.
Shout out P2P. That's about to
Coming soon. I know.
Sooner than you
I'm late on the Koki episode. It's coming up. He's you usually have him before playoffs, but damn it, it's hard to schedule everybody and remember everybody. But he'll be on soon to
Especially
talk
the
about
next one.
I wish I
P2P.
had that league back in.
Yeah, I know.
Going up.
Imagine that. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
We had a lot of Rec League was like.
The park looks great, by the way.
Yeah, the double hoop.
I haven't been there in a while because when do I ever
Go
But
to
I
the
need to
point.
stop
Hey,
by.
Sunday ball coming up.
We'll see about that. Any shout outs, Caesar, you want to give before we exit the podcast?
Shout out to y'all for having me here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming for the first time.
806.
Thank you for coming for the first time.
Yes, it's the first time for sure. Yeah, man. Shout out to
Wife and kids, sir.
shout out to the wife and kids.
Shout out my wife and kids also.
I got you.
Shout out
You know
family.
it's bad funny
Family.
because you're gonna be watching and then she's gonna be looking at you like they had to remind you.
Better not saying it.
Yeah, true.
I got him. Don't worry. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. This has been another great episode of 806 The Show. Thank you, Caesar, for coming by, and our new baseball correspondent, Christian. He doesn't know yet, but he's gonna be back pretty soon. Coming soon. Co-host.
You guys pay me right.
Yeah, we'll talk about contracts. Co-host REG. Co-host Sanchez. I'm Melly Mel. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Solo.
806 The Show is a proud member of the Vibe Entertainment family, so make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as Facebook and the Gram. Leave us some comments, hit us with some likes, show us some love. You already know. It's 806 The Show.
806 The Show, you're. Take that. 806 The Show.